Hey, Exiles, what's going on? It has been about a week? I think it's been about a week since we've last spoke live, at least. And in that week, oh my goodness, a bunch has happened in my personal life and in, do I call this my professional life? Let's call it my professional YouTube life. First of all, turned 28 years old last Thursday. That's why there was no stream. Sorry, everybody. I decided to celebrate with my family instead of all of you, even though, yes, you guys are my family. You guys are my exile family, okay? Went great. Watched Survivor, had Thai food, chilled with my wife, chilled with my kids, my parents, and I played some Claire Obscure. I don't want to go into it because I'll talk about this story. And we don't want to talk about the story right now. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Just buy Claire Obscure if you haven't already. It's an amazing game. Okay, then I had my 6-year work anniversary. That was also last week. Pretty crazy, right? Non-professional YouTube work anniversary. Pretty wild. And then I also had the 2-year anniversary of this very channel, essentially. Been 2 years since I said, all right, we are going to go hard. I'm going to grind it out. Thank you, Guitarholic freaking T1. Happy Tuesday indeed. Appreciate you, man. I am going to grind it out. My goodness, 14 months in a row. I just saw that. Thank you so much. That's insane. 14 months. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It's been 2 years, essentially. About, not to the day, but about, since I decided to go absolutely bananas and just churn out content, do something that I thought was different in the Path of Exile space and just be the authentic me. So I celebrated that last week with a little bit of an insight into seriously my mindset over the past month or so. And we can go a little bit deeper into that here today before we talk with Palsteron, who is the guest on Still Sane today. That starts in about 58 minutes. If you're watching the VOD, you can go to the timestamp to avoid the yapping and a bit of Path of Exile 2 play. Anyway, yeah, I went into how, guys, I literally almost quit cold turkey. And then I realized you need to grow a backbone. You need to be not weak-willed. What are you doing? Be the change you want to see. You've already fostered this awesome community of other content creators, of all you guys watching here live, and all this other stuff. What are you doing? You're just going to step back because there was just too much slop thrown your way? Okay, next time, fight against the slop. Don't just kind of go quietly into the night, which is what I kind of did, and take a stand. So that's what I'm going to do. And is it gonna get me in some trouble? Possibly. But hey, I'm just gonna do me. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Got the multi-stream chat on. Hey, Lime Down, what's happening, man? Congrats on not being old. Yeah, I guess I'm not old. Not old yet. Hey, Lone Legionnaire, what's happening, dude? You're going to have to spread your milestones out through the year so May isn't so busy. I know, May is kind of crazy. At least my daughter's birthdays aren't in May, right? They are in August and March. Curious, you look like the guy that abuses fruit and vegetables and makes cooking shorts on YouTube. Is that you, bro? I do not know that. What are you talking about? What is it? Maybe this is the guy, maybe not, but I don't remember ever seeing their appearance. The how-to shorts, I remember those from like, what, a decade ago, where it was a guy who just went in on how to do basic things, and they were ridiculous parodies of how to actually do them. I thought those were kind of funny way back when, but I haven't seen them like over a decade. Hey, Von Black. Hey, Shake Vivid. What's happening, man? May birthdays are the best. It's mine this week, too. Oh, happy early birthday, Guitarholic, dude. All right, so plan for today's stream, we're just gonna chat, we're gonna yap. I was gonna do a react. I don't know about the react. I think we might just play some Path of Exile 2. And here's what we're gonna start today, folks, okay? We're thinking there's gonna be this big Path of Exile 1 update, probably in June. We're gonna get the name revealed this week, which probably means we also get the date reveal this week, which is pretty cool. There was another teaser, a lore teaser. Yes, it looks like Zana's confirmed. Super cool. But it looks like we're going to get that PoE1 expansion in June. I'm going to play it. I don't know if I'm going to make videos on it. I'll just be real, guys. I might just enjoy it as a fan. Maybe I'll do some videos here and there. We'll see. I still have to decide on that, but I don't know. I got to think on it. I'm going to play that, but the next Path of Exile 2 update is likely going to hit, I'd say, July or August. Late July, early August. So I think that's plenty of time to do a few things. One, have a ton more podcasts with lots of people talking about PoE1, PoE2, D4, Last Epoch, and everything in between. Maybe some Claire Obscure. I might try to get Josh Strife Hayes on the podcast. Him and I have been chatting back and forth about Claire Obscure. I've honestly just been freaking out about it to him. And that's it. Like, you know, and he's just been like saying, what? Yeah, wait until they get further. Omega Cybers, man. Thanks for the T1, dude. 13 months. How's it going? Going well today. I'm more energetic than usual because we're starting 2 hours earlier and I didn't put my kids to bed yet. That's when all my energy kind of just dies. But anyway, thanks, man. Thanks for the T1. Really appreciate it. Yes, I might try to get Josh on to talk about it. He is a big fan of the game. He's working on a 4-hour video essay about it. I will make a video on Claire Obscure because it is such a phenomenal game. I don't even want to say where I am because it might spoil. I am past the part where you think, no, I don't want to. I just said WTF maybe 20 times last night, and I was just thinking, no way, wait, what? It can't, no, oh my god. I was just freaking out all night. Hey, Sass Entertainment, what's happening, man? Good to see you back today with another interview. Will we get a glimpse of Toxic Try today? Well, I do have the glasses sitting right here, so we'll see. We'll see if Toxic Try comes out. I don't know. The facial hair somehow makes you look younger, like a 14-year-old fresh into puberty. Yes, so facial hair, before we get into PoE2 and what we were going to do, because that was part 2, right? I just got lazy, but then everybody started complimenting me about it. My wife, coworkers, all you people watching my YouTube shorts, people on my last video, talking, everybody's just like, bro, facial hair, whoa. My wife is even like, yeah, it looks cool without you even trying, you know? It looks nice without you even, because I'm not doing anything. Like, I haven't touched it at all. I haven't done any trimming, any shit, nothing. And apparently she said it looks nice. So it's staying for now. My birthday was May 15th. Josh is a handsome dude from a straight guy. Josh is incredibly handsome. Yes, he is. It is 2025. It's okay to admit it. What is it okay to admit, Sir Kane? Ryan, the book Dinosaur Say Goodnight stole your channel logo. What? I need to look this up. Dinosaur Say Goodnight. I take a while. I am past Omega Cybers. I am. Oh. I'll just say I'm past Act 2. How about that? Past Act 2. That people can take that in many different ways. I'm past Act 2. And glasses, dude, and glasses. Well, the problem is, so people who have been watching my YouTube shorts, which are designed to be skits, poking fun at myself, poking fun at people I disagree with, poking fun at people I agree with but think communicate in a poor way, just everybody in the Path of Exile community, they have been featuring a character named Toxic Try. And the only difference between myself, Talkative Try, and Toxic Try are these. Right here. These glasses. And let me tell you, these glasses are not just for looks glasses. They actually change your vision or whatever. And I have perfect vision. So when I put these glasses on, I can't actually see anything. The world is a blur. I just picked these glasses up and they must be my wife's very old glasses. I can't see anything. Like, literally. The world is all blurred. I see there's a light there. There's a light there. There, you know, I see a light over there. Like, I see lights. I don't see much else, okay? So when I'm doing those shorts as Toxic Try, I can't see anything. And it's kind of silly. Hey, Psydank, what's happening? Hey, Shake Vivid. Got that retired detective look going. What's the name of my walking pad that I bought? The A1 Walk Pad Pro, I believe. Yep. I am loving 33's story. Absolute. I mean, I haven't played almost any ARPGs, right? Nothing. So I don't know what to compare it to. Like, the last game I played for the story was Baldur's Gate 2. Arguably Diablo 4? And now I'm playing Clair Obscur, and I'm listening to every piece of dialogue at the campfire. I'm exploring as much as I possibly can, talking to all the NPCs. I'm taking it all in. I'm watching the cutscenes. I'm sitting here in just absolute awe. Like, every time that the cutscene comes up, I'm both glad and upset that I'm playing off stream. I'm glad I'm playing off stream because I think a lot of people would think I'm faking my reactions. I've cried like at least 9 times. I think I've like literally started not sobbing, but waterworks, okay? Tears. So I'm glad that I'm playing it off stream because I think people would think I'm exaggerating, but it's also like, oh my gosh, like I hope, maybe I will do a playthrough. If I ever go full time, I will do a playthrough of Clair Obscur on stream, because if you've not experienced this game and you don't plan on experiencing it, man, it is good. You're missing out. Hey, Academic Q, thanks so much for the T1, dude, for 3 months. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Can't be Yasmin, he is clean and there are no bugs. I'm not allowed to shave my face anymore. It freaks out my wife. Yes, Nico. My brother knows that as well. Honestly, put window glasses in there. The glasses really suit you. See, my wife said the same thing, Omega Cybers. Fight Arbiter with those glasses, please. Let's find out. Yeah, that can be a sub goal. Speaking of sub goals, I will make an announcement before we talk about PoE2 again. This Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. CET. Maybe. Crap. Something. Yes, CET. I will be doing the long-awaited cheese stream. Yes, the cheese stream. We may have come into possession of many different cheeses, and that is too long a story. But we have a lot of cheese, and so I was like, well, it's fate. I was going to wait to do it until the next patch so we could have as many people watching. But I was thinking if I do proper promotion between now and Thursday, we'll get a good chunk of people watching me cheese out. For the uninformed, I hate cheese. I hate it. I don't eat it. I can't smell it. It disgusts me. I'm not allergic to it, though. So for the early access launch stream, that was a sub goal, which we smashed past. Goodness gracious. That was a crazy time. And so we are finally doing it. Cheese stream time. Cheese stream. Expedition 33 is a bad streamer game. So many spoilers. Yeah, if I ever streamed it, it would be like, you know, months down the road. Yeah, we are so bad, guys. I cried for a game. Zachary Russell. I cried for a game. I've never cried for a game before, but I also haven't played many story-based games. I cried multiple times. Man, my first 33 impressions got so ruined by its performance. Oh no! See, I have a crazy computer. Not liking cheese is just crazy, guys. I know it's crazy. I feel like Try actually loves cheese and is just saying this so he can sit on stream and eat cheese. You are so wrong, my man. I despise cheese. I have since I was about 4 or 5 years old. Woo! CEST. That is, not CET. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I cry every time I play D4 for different reasons, though. I guess we can talk about that for a moment, too. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, like the video. It spreads it to more exiles. I really appreciate it, guys. Shows people that PoE2 isn't dead right now, or at least people who like PoE2 are worth watching. I posted a message the other day that a lot of you in chat may disagree with, and it got a lot of responses. I think I got like over 60 or 70 responses. I said, essentially, it took me being on the receiving end of a game and a company I care about being absolutely slaughtered, torn apart, torn asunder, for me to understand the D4 bad meme and the effect it likely had on Diablo 4. And I legitimately feel remorse. I don't change any of my opinions of Diablo 4. I just do not like the game. I think it's a bad game. I'm not crapping on it. That's just my personal opinion. It's not for me. I'm probably not going to play it. Almost ever. I really don't think. But I feel bad leaping on the D4 bad meme train. And it's mostly because something HC Xanth said to me 5 podcasts ago, where he kind of pointed out, yeah, Diablo 4 might be bad, right? But no matter what the developers do, no matter how much better they make this game, they will never escape that. Ever. And that is already in the minds of so many players, and people who have not played the game. It's just what they think of when they hear Diablo 4. Oh, D4 bad, the bad game that everybody hates. And yes, I understand. Yes, many people don't like it. I understand. I just feel bad that's everybody just boiled all their emotions and feedback into this D4 bad. And a lot of people did it with PoE2, right? And I don't like that I fell into the trap with D4, and I don't want to do it again in the future for any game in the future. You know, Diablo 5, Diablo 10, last Epoch 3, right? PoE 6, whatever. None of those. So I'm going to aim to do better. And I know it's an impossible standard to hold everybody to, but I can hold myself to the standard. Prince of Persia, man, 8 months in a row. Love the new shorts, dude. They're hilarious. Keep up the good fight. We will reach the promised land. Bro, I am feeling so much better after just saying F it all. I'm just going to be me. I'm going to speak how I think I should speak. Really my opinion, unfiltered, not scared. So, do we talk about this? Maybe we'll talk about it in a little bit. Hey, Larry Slay, thanks for the prime. Oh my god, we have Dreamcore in the chat. What's going on, dude? What's up, dude? Also, the only game that ever made me tear up is Death Stranding. Absolute masterpiece if you haven't experienced it. Dreamman. Last single player game I played was Baldur's Gate 2 in like 2004 or 5, man. I think we chatted about this in one of the Discords. Like, I think I've played 25, 30 games total. So I need to expand my horizons when it comes to games. And it started with Expedition 33. Are you talking about Expedition 33, Sir Kayan? It's a terrible game because you can't chill in it. I cried to Lies of P, dude. Ending is amazing. Yeah, I gotta try all these. I don't know if those D4 bad memes really affect sales that much. I don't care about sales. I'm just talking about like discourse around the game. Like, Blizzard made a crap ton of money. I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I think I'm addicted to isometric. Yeah, I think I am addicted to isometric because I tried Elden Ring and I just did not like Elden Ring, although I liked Expedition 33. I have not played BG3, Sir KM. No, I haven't. PoE 2 out of 10 is dangerous. It is dangerous. And you know who we're talking to today? Palsteron. Bro made the most, was it one of the most viral feedback videos with the killer thumbnail? PoE 2 out of 10. S tier thumbnail. S tier. Larry Slay, I don't know if I thanked you. Thank you for the Prime Man. Fry is addicted to games where he can be toxically positive. And I can do that in Expedition 33. I have not been met with any hate from my glazing of the game. Oh, so refreshing. I can just glaze that all day and nobody will say anything. Not that I care anymore. What are my thoughts on the Atlas and towers in general? I feel like the current system sucks. Here's my thoughts on it. I think it's too RNG based, and I think you're too reliant on towers to add mechanics to your maps. So for someone like myself, who, here you go, we'll take a look. We up front. By the way, I had some people challenging me, saying I don't play PoE2. All right, and that only made me want to talk about PoE2 even harder. And talk about my PoE2 opinions even harder. I'm like Michael Scott. Here we go. Speakers. All right. Let me be up front here. Here we go. First. All right. Chat is totally messed up. First, I have 1 day, 22 hours, 30 minutes, and 5 seconds on this character. Okay? All right. Here is my Atlas. All right. I have done very little on the Atlas.
Makes the whole complete.
Comparatively to a lot of people, okay? Here. There I am, right? There's my home, okay? Right? I'm not that far away from home. I have like 1 pin. I've found like 3 citadels. I haven't even fought Arbiter yet, guys. I haven't even fought Arbiter. I'm basically a PoE2 noob. I have like 4 hours on my warrior, so I've played for, like 60 hours or something, right? Right now, and I said this, and somebody was like, ha, I got you, Try. I got you. I said this, and I think it's totally fine. I said, Path of Exile 2 is not a game that I want to blast right now. Is that a controversial opinion? Let me know, chat. Let me know. I'm reading chat fully. I don't want to blast PoE2. Comparatively, when I play PoE1, I play the hell out of it for 2 weeks and I am then done. I play Path of Exile 1. I can't speak today. I play Path of Exile 1, 2 weeks, blast it, get 36 challenges, peace. I put, 70 hours in 2 weeks in that game. All my sleep is gone, all my free time, you get less videos. I don't do anything else. I play PoE1 for 2 weeks and then I don't play it anymore. I don't feel that way with Path of Exile 2 right now. Is that a bad thing? I got into like a little bit of a spat. Like, oh, you're self-owning. You're saying Path of Exile 2 isn't fun because you don't want to blast it. Haha. And it's just not, right now it's not the type of game where I want to get in like all those hours and then drop it for months at a time. Like it doesn't have the challenge system in it, right? I still feel like there's so many like bugs and crazy broken interactions at the start, and like the economy is going to be effed, all this stuff. So at the league start, like I don't feel the need to race to the end, rush to the end. Like in PoE1, I don't really feel that need, but I still kind of do it. Like I move pretty fast, But in PoE2, I'm chilling through the campaign. I'm taking my time. At the end game, I'm just like, yeah, maybe I'll run some magic maps. I don't need to run rare maps. Oh dang, no breach. Okay, no breach. I mean, that's something that I hate about PoE2's endgame, right? But like, I don't know. I just don't feel the need to put all this time in this short span of time. I think it'll get there eventually and it'll become that sort of game. Although I hope for greater things on that end. That it will be a game that I don't want to get dangerously addicted to for 2 to 3 weeks and then drop it for 3 months. I'd prefer it. I'd actually prefer it if it was more like now, where, I'm casually, nicely, calmly playing over the course of, what has it been, almost 2 months of the league being out. Making my slow and steady progress. And I feel totally fine. Like, I don't feel any pressure necessarily. I don't know. It looks like chat kind of agrees. Chat kind of disagrees. Not controversial. There's nothing to blast. I know. Right. There's nothing to blast. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Is that a failure of the game? There. I guess somebody pointed out. Is that a failure of the game? That there's nothing to blast right now? Like, does that mean it's not a bad game? I feel like there's this conception or preconceived notion with ARPGs that to be good in today's era, you have to be able to blast it and finish it and just like really fast, right? And you need to have like a very clear goals in the game and all this stuff. And I think with something that's really interesting, and I haven't played the game, so I've just read some discourse about it. I listened to Legendary Drop's video about this. It sounds like No Rest for the Wicked kind of had the same thing going there, although I think the difficulty was also kind of whack on release. But it's kind of that same style of the ARPG where I think there's a lot less to go for than PoE2, but it also doesn't encourage you to race to the end, race to a maxed out character, and finish the game so you can move on to next game, right? And I don't know. Like, I don't know. Something I'm thinking about. It's just not on full release yet. Foundation is great, though. Yeah. I know. People get angry with that argument, though. It's early access, even though it is 100% true. It's literally early access. It's missing so much content. I think there's more validity behind that argument when people say it's early access and apparently it's been cooking in the oven for like 6 years. This is all the content we have, right? I feel like that adding that bit onto it gives a little bit more validity to that argument. Blasting is for streamers. That's the thing, Christopher. People think I'm a streamer, so I need to blast. Bro, I barely blast anything. Okay, the only thing that I blast is Path of Exile 1, right? And I don't do that for streaming. I do that for like the challenges. Hey, Kendaran, thanks for the Prime, man. 2 months. Keep up the great work. Survivor finale tomorrow. Kendaran, man. I gotta watch it Thursday night. I don't have live TV. I have the worst streaming app imaginable, Paramount Plus. I hate that app so much. App is the absolute worst, but I will be watching it on Thursday after work. If you can get to Endgame in a day, your game is too easy. In short, I want a longer gaming experience. Okay, Lopty, I kind of disagree. I agree with you that I'm personally fine with the campaign being longer and more of a part of the game that tests your character, and you have like various power thresholds and you really feel that progression throughout the campaign. And it's not the 4-hour experience, the 3-hour experience that a lot of lasters or experienced players in Path of Exile 1 or Last Epoch get. I'm okay with it being much longer for the average consistent player. Not the average player, right? Because the average player doesn't even probably make it to endgame. The average consistent player, I would be fine with it being, like 8, 9, 10, 11 hours through the campaign. That might sound horrible to a lot of you. But I think that would be new. It would be different. It would be refreshing. Quite different from, okay, Diablo 4. There's no campaign, right? You do the campaign once, you never do it again. Who's going to ever do it again? You're not incentivized. You can get to max level, which is what a lot of people want to do in an ARPG very quickly. And then if you play the campaign, there's all these cutscenes that you have to constantly press all these buttons through, and the story's not that good. It doesn't have replay value, right? So who's going to play through that campaign, right? Then you have Last Epoch, which allows you to skip part of the campaign. You can get through it very quickly. I saw a speed run of like 48 minutes or something through the Last Epoch campaign. That's crazy. And then you have Path of Exile 1, which you can't skip the campaign, but man, you can optimize the hell out of it and get through that thing fast. Very fast. And you don't even need to be a pro player. You could be like, an average player, and you can get through that thing quite quick. I think Path of Exile 2 having a longer experience, a damn good experience too, would be great. I think a lot of people agreed, and we'll talk to Palsteron about this soon. The best part of Path of Exile 2 to a lot of people, apparently, in point 1 was the campaign. And due to the changes that affected the campaign, and like Dreamcore, I think, shares the sentiment, I I see it now. I didn't really feel it then. But again, I only played through the campaign like twice in 0.1. Well, I only played through it once fully in 0.1. So like I didn't notice like the changes, but I didn't run. I know like Dreamcore ran like 8-9 characters through the campaign, so he would have a far better barometer on this, or grasp on this. Like the campaign felt very different in 0.2. It became like, though, oh, this is the worst part of the game. It's absolutely terrible. I'm wondering if it was more calibrated to that 0.1 experience for acts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If a lot of people would continue to enjoy that, it being an actual part of the game and you getting actual, you know, good feelings playing through it, and not just getting straight to endgame, you know? Oh boy, I'm yapping a lot. Oh gosh. I played the campaign like 2 weeks back. It feels a lot better than 0.2 launch now. And Dreamcore with the segue. That was the other thing that I'm going to do, Exiles. So between now and 0.3's launch, whenever that might be, we are going to play through the campaign on stream and hopefully get to the Arbiter of Ash with a fresh, mostly fresh, account. I'm almost tempted to do SSF, but I don't think so. And we're going to do it on a mercenary. And yes, Toxic Try is going to be the name. Dreamcore with the goated segue. Excellent. Act 1 through 3 is so much fun. I hope Act 4 through 6 keep that constant. I think they will. I think they will. And I really hope Act 4 is in 0.3. Dreamcore more like Segway Core, am I right? Bro, are you dad? Should I do SSF? Should I do SSF? I'm kind of scared though, because I don't have a lot of time, dude. I don't have a lot of time. Do SSF, you guys. You're making. The thing is, and you're free to crucify me for this take, the moment-to-moment gameplay in PoE2 kind of sucks, at least for now. That's what makes the campaign drag. Oh, man, I'm not going to crucify you. I just totally disagree. I love the moment-to-moment gameplay. I enjoy the moment-to-moment gameplay of PoE2. At least far more than any other ARPG that I play presently. That I've played. Fine, I'll do SSF. I won't do hardcore. I know I gotta finish my run Omega Cyrus. I have my Sorceress in a very easy area. Okay? Is Toxic Try a Blizzard stan? No. I donate currency to a Toxic Try private league. If I had more playtime, you guys, I would do a private league, and I would probably do a race event like Darth. That was a really cool thing he did. Is Toxic Try my villain arc? No, he's just my jokey arc. Nope. Not gonna crucify you, but you're permanently banned. No, I just really like the moment-to-moment gameplay. I'm curious what you mean. So, like, just the fighting of monsters is bad to you? That is crazy to me, man. Because that is what I really love, not only about the campaign, but the end game as well. That's where I see it succeeding past, you know, like PoE1, in my opinion. When I went back and I played Path of Exile 1, it was lovely how many different things were happening and how many different aspects of the game I could engage with, like the crafting bench, like with all the extra mechanics, like with the vendor recipes, all this stuff. There's a ton of things I can engage with, right? In PoE2 is just lacking all that right now. But I feel like in PoE2, I'm actually like playing a game and I'm paying more attention to the enemies and stuff like that. Even in Endgame. Like, we can all complain. This is a crazy layout for this. I've never had a layout like this for the opening area. Yes, I know. I know I have to do this. Yes. What was I going to say? Wow, I totally lost my train of thought. What was my train of thought, guys? What's going on? I used my new skill. I used it. Oh, okay. Train of thought. I actually still... Oh, yeah. I blow screens up with, like, Lightning Spear. But I still like engage with monsters, right? It's not like I totally ignore what certain monsters do. And I really like that. In Path of Exile 1, I'm more so just looking out for modifiers. Even with my crappy gear that I have in PoE1. Yeah, I've never had that layout that I can think of. Okay. And here's the first time that I've played with crossbows in a while too, guys. I don't think I've done a crossbow. Actually, I did crossbows late one night with my brother when he first bought PoE2, and I haven't played since. I thought they felt really janky. So here's going to be my fresh take on like how crossbows feel. My immediate thoughts are the reloading mechanic feels very odd. Whoa! I thought I could just sidestep that. No way I would die. Okay, I'll use the mana flask. No way I'd die to the Miller, guys. No way. Not gonna happen. They fixed a lot of the reload issues, so it must feel a lot better. Okay, awesome. Very cool. Okay, we'll look at my build later, but I think damage is fine to go. Start with. What's going on with my with chat here? Let me edit my chat box. My chat is my chat's being pretty funky. We'll fix it later. Okay. Galvanic shot is good for shotgun build. Yeah, I saw galvanic shards were pretty dang cool. I saw Ben did a pretty sweet build with them. But I honestly, I haven't watched like many videos about PoE2 since. Okay. Since launch. Okay, I kind of want to go for permafrost because cool cold stuff. And we'll just see how that goes. So you have to click this thing and then you just click that to actually shoot everything, right? Okay, that would have been awesome. Do I have any gold? I have no gold. All right. All right, we set, guys. The 0.2 improved crossbows a lot. Crossbows are crazy good. They're super strong. Yeah. I'm playing Ben's build right now. Yeah. Loadouts. Loadouts in PoE2. Now that's an interesting topic there. Okay. Let's see what permafrost bolts are like. I have no idea what this is going to be like, guys. We're going in fresh, mostly. Oh my. Okay. Is it single target? No, it's not single target. Okay, but it's basically single target. Is it single target? It seems single target. Oh man, it's the wolves that I made fun of in my video, guys. They gonna kill me? No. Alright, I think I can kill her pretty easily. Galvanic shot with the coming calamity and painter's gloves. I think I should probably just use the physical attack, the base attack. Maybe swap to this. Did she just kill her own wolf with that? Or am I crazy? Maybe I shouldn't have gone in here at level 1, guys, or level 2. It would be pretty funny if I died, wouldn't it? It's all that those turn-based skills. I've been playing too much Expedition 33. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah ha ha! Easy, easy. Never in doubt, guys. Literally never in doubt. Little bit of ZDPS though, I will not lie. Ah! Alright, what is this little camp? No. No, wait, I could have sworn. I love how... Oh, man. I was going to spoil a little bit of Expedition 33. No, I can't do that. Alright. Ready the glasses? Bro. Bro. Yeah, I didn't know she could kill her own wolves. I've never experienced that. I usually kill them so fast. She teaching me the valuable lesson early on. I'm not going to go back to town. I just refilled them. Okay, that feels pretty dang satisfying there. Expedition 33 is worth the buy. Go for it. Yeah, like I said, I might try to do an Expedition 33 pod just to discuss it with lots of warning beforehand. Okay? So I need to be like right here, and then I'll do giga damage, right? Basically? Yeah, okay. Good to know. Explosive grenades is a game changer. Should I have gone that instead of this? Because I thought this was a Nova, like a cone, and it appears to be single target. Maybe maybe it's doing a little bit of damage. That is such a powerful ability. All these guys, let me see. No, it's not. Okay, it is a little bit. It is a very small cone. Like the smallest cone I've ever seen. It appears to mostly just be for CC purposes. Farm the Witch. Guys, I am the most anti-power gamer out there. Like the saddest ice cream. Sanctum, I'm not clean shaven, man. I know. I'm absolutely crazy. I haven't shaved in 8 days. I'm actually losing it, guys. Palsteron chat is in about 20 minutes. Actually, 17 minutes. All right, I lost health potions, and I don't see the entrance to the mud pit. How did I miss this? This has never happened to me before. Where is the entrance to the mud burrow? Is it there? Is it there? It's not there. No. It's there? It can't be there. This is the forest. It can't be there. What is going on? Where is the mud burrow? It's a What is this layout? What? See, I just haven't played enough. This is crazy. Look at this. I've never seen this layout before, and I'm about to die. I need to get that checkpoint. I need to get that checkpoint. I know it's here. It has to. There it is. There it is. Big. Big. Has anyone had this layout before? This is crazy. It's across the river? This is not a speed run. Guys, this is going to be... What is it? It's against the wall? I have not beaten that campaign on hardcore yet. I'm in Act 3 and stalling. This is always where it is in hardcore? Bro. Bro. No way. I had no clue. Alright, this is going to be rough. Alright, let's get explosive grenades because apparently everything becomes easier. You guys are going to see some high skill gameplay from me. As I now have explosive grenades. Watch this madness, okay? Where are they? That actually does quite a bit of damage. That's more than I'm expecting. Like, wow, it one-shots those skellies? Color me surprised. Actually shocked there. I assume projectile? Whoa. I look at chat for a moment, and of course there's a simulacrum there. Yeah, wow. Those grenades, yeah, they do a lot of damage. I was not expecting that. I don't know what I'm going to build. But I wanted to play Mercenary because I literally have not touched crossbows at all. For like 4.5, almost 5 months. And I've heard they're pretty fun. Okay, let's see how much they do to a magic mob. Okay, good amount. Not a crazy amount. We're on SSF, so we're gonna go and loot this. Oh, a crimson amulet. Well, would you look at that, guys? Would you look at that? Just gotta believe. Oh, look at that. Life, stun threshold. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I shot that pretty far, and it didn't bounce. So what? What are the physics on these things? Let me see. Let me test this out again. Wow. So it actually, like... Look at that. What the? Wait. wait. What? That's not where I aimed it. GGG? At least that's not where I thought I aimed it. Maybe I'm going crazy. Woo. Alright, we gotta kill the Devourer before we talk to Palsteron. I better not die here, guys. I better not die. We're on a timetable. I can put the bottom... here. Right here? Right here? I'll fix my chat later. My chat's a little screwy. Okay. Here we go. Alright, I definitely want to swap to this, yeah? Yeah. Default attack. Default attack is the way to go. It's crazy how much stronger default attack is than everything else at this level. Oh, I evaded. Oh, how did I get hit? Come on. This guy falls so fast. Oh my gosh. I'm having flashbacks to getting my butt kicked in LA for an hour and a half straight. Gas grenade with flame wall. Okay. Yeah, I'll ask him about the new teaser. Honestly, the teaser seems pretty straightforward, though. Like, it's Zana, right? I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Right? Right, guys? Move speed? Nope. Okay. All right, we're SSF, so we will sell stuff. Okay, accuracy, fizz damage, definitely. Whoa, 112. Is that worth it? I don't know about that. Move speed? Move speed. Oh, double move speed boots? Wow, double move speed boots. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Which ones do we want? Fire res, stun threshold, fire res. Very nice, that is.
Might make good scrap.
Heck yeah. Pod is in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah, grenades are pretty strong. Okay, let's see. And then what? Scatter shot. More grenades. Fire infusion, just giga damage. I'm guessing scatter shot's pretty strong with this. I think scatter shot is probably. This is like, is this a rare recommended gem W? Scatter shot. They do shotgun. Well, we have that solved. All right, let's see. Is my stash set up for SSF? It kinda is. Oh, wow. Control. Is that new? They were tired of all the YouTube videos coming out and that being the first tip. Control left click to automatically. Where is it? Armor, stash tabs. Do I just wait for a sale? Where is it? Socketable ritual. 50 points. Probably gonna wait for the sale. What's the stash tabs 3 out of 15 thing? Oh, like the scroll wheel? What does that even mean? 3 out of 12. Interesting. Control left click is there for a while now. I guess I never even saw that on my first playthrough. That's pretty funny. Since 0.1? Since 0.1. No way that's been there since 0.1. I don't believe you guys, because every single time in my tips video, it's like always the #1 tip, and everybody's like, whoa, really? You can do that? Everybody's always shocked. So yes, that's gonna be the new thing. We're gonna play through the campaign again, at least on stream. I'm not gonna play that character off stream. I'm gonna kill Arbiter off stream. Maybe I'll wait for Arbiter on stream. But I want to see what the campaign feels like now and see if there's a big difference. But we are going to get the man in here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to make sure everything is set up appropriately. It's been there since PoE1. Well, no, I know that I know it's been there, but the tip. No, guys, I know. Trust me. I've played PoE1 since 2019. I meant the tip. The tip's been there? I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know the tip was there. Okay. I was wrong. Okay, let's put on my headset as well. Right? Might as well. All right, here. Headset. PC audio. Go. I thought the tip was relatively new. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. Scarlet. Go. Yeah, just the tip. No, I know control left click has been there for a while. Yeah. Oh, Pal's already ready. What a guy. What a guy. What a guy. He already pinged me. He's already good to go. All right. Is the Palsteron thing centered? Please. Let me get the topics screenshotted. All right. All right. Everybody knows the drill by now. When I get him in, let me know if he's too loud. I think he should be good. I usually can fix the settings pretty quick. Pretty quick. Okay. Are my settings good in Discord though? Let's see. Voice and video, the tip. Yeah. Scarlet. Okay. All right. Should be good. No. I only get tech problems with Snoobe. There's never any other tech problems. I want to turn down the lights. One sec. We're turning down the lights for Pal, okay? No. Ooh, turning down the lights for Pal. Do we go even lower? Lower for Pal. Oh. Do we just go off? Let's see. Off? Maybe we just go off for Pal. There you go. Not as bright. Okay. Hey, Squirtle, what's happening, man? Okay. I think we're good to go. All right. Where is the button? I swear, always when I start these, I can never find the button. And I feel like such an idiot. When it's always right in front of my face. So there it is. Video. Pop out. Oh no! No. I forgot one thing. I have to do the virtual webcam. Okay. All right. Just gonna here we go. There we go. I knew I forgot something. Knew it would happen. Hello? Crap, and I can't hear you, pal. Uh-oh. I probably forgot something else. Let me make sure. Oh, I can't hear you. Chat, can you hear, pal? One sec, pal. Let me see if I have it messed up. Nope. Okay, let me see if I have something messed up. I didn't change anything. Try talking again, pal. Let me see. Oh, you think it might be on your end? I didn't see the green outline, so maybe it is. Oh, there you go. I hear you.
Dude, my audio cable is all fucked up. I have a new mic. And,
oh, no.
I mean...
It sounds good.
It sounds okay. Yeah, it should sound better, but...
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. No, I hear you fine. There you go. It was all good. Okay, sweet. I was freaking out because Snoobe and I had like 20 minutes of tech problems last time. We were like, oh, crap.
Oh, my God. Did you ever record with somebody and then realize afterwards that you didn't capture audio? Dude, that almost happened to me, and I salvaged it because the other person had the audio.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
dude, that's big.
Also recorded.
When I do like when I spoke with Asmongold, I double recorded because I was like, I can't, because I wasn't live. I usually do these live, so it's like, okay, I have other people like validating that everything works. So I was like, all right, not live. I have to like record in some other avenue because if I lose this, I'm totally screwed. So
yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, but that's a good idea to have somebody else back up recording those important scenarios. Let me see. Let me cut you together. I think you're good. Yeah, I think you're good. You're centered. You're so centered. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have the virtual webcam started, so you can see me, right? Like in the overlay.
Yep.
Both of us?
I can
Awesome.
see you. Apparently, I'm too low or something.
Yeah, you're a little low. I'll boost you first. Go at it again.
Test.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
I have you on. Let me increase your volume a little bit more.
If I can otherwise also increase it on my end if it's really bad. But
I think it's good.
it's good.
Yeah, you're in the yellow now. I
right.
increased you on Discord by 165%.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Okay,
Nice.
everybody says everybody's validating for me. Thank goodness. See, they help out.
Nice.
Thank you, chat. I appreciate you. Because everything was sounding good on my end. Ooh. All right. Perfect. Yeah, your new mic does sound good, dude. Where'd you get it? What is it?
Oh yeah. I have the same as you. I think Shure SM7B, right?
Yep. Do you have like a cloud lifter too?
Yeah, I tried. Okay, I tried to be fancy first. I actually bought a condenser mic, and then I figured out that you have to be not stupid to have a condenser mic. So I swapped to a Shure.
I can't do
basically.
it.
Yeah.
This was almost too much for me with like the you have to have like the audio interface and everything. And I got confused by the ghost power, or what is it called? The phantom, I don't know. Some sort of power, and I didn't understand how to set it up. Like, you just have to press a button. And I'm like...
No, you can actually activate it automatically. But yeah.
No.
Phantom power, you mean, right?
Phantom power, yeah.
48 volts.
48 V? Yeah. That's the thing. You can? What? How do you automate it? Like, when you turn your computer on, it just turns on, or...
No, you have to have like software for whatever. Like, I don't know what you have. Do you have a
Scarlet?
What's your output?
A Scarlet. Oh God, what is it?
2i?
Focusrite? Yeah.
Focusrite Scarlet 2i?
Yeah.
We literally have the same setup, yeah. I feel like we're watching the same videos.
Yes, we probably are, dude.
Yep.
Hey, once I figured it all out, I realized, wow, this is actually pretty simple. Like, it's not that hard. What?
Dude.
I spent a while setting it up though.
Dude, yeah, same. My favorite genre of videos on YouTube are people who tell you how to YouTube and they have like 500 fucking subs or something.
And they're right.
That.
But they're right.
And they're right enough, right? Like for the basics, it's definitely enough, yeah. But it's hilarious.
I think my guess is a lot of them come maybe from like the behind the scenes of like larger YouTube channels. Like they're the minds behind the tech. And they come and they make these YouTube channels, and they have a few videos that blow up. Like I bet we watched the same exact one with the Shure SMB and the Focusrite setup and the what is it, like I don't know, the cloud lifter I have is like blue, like it's a blue thing.
Yeah.
Yep. See.
Yeah.
Got the same thing, man.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, I tried to be fancy, but no, we're fine. There's a reason why these are industry standard, right?
Oh, very nice. Yeah. It's quite nice and thin, so I'm a big fan. My arm is too bulky though. Do you have yours on a stand?
I have it on an arm.
I
have it like clasped on the side of the table.
Okay. Because mine is like I want to be able to do it like yours. Oh, I like that. See. Yeah. Because mine's all like freaking in the sky, and I always feel like, wow, it shouldn't be up there.
That looks fine. It looks more professional on your end, yeah. For me, I just have like a penis sticking out for some reason. Nobody knows why this is here, kind of deal, right?
Oh, lovely. Oh, what was it? Oh, okay. I saw the Eiffel Tower in the background. Have you played Claire Obscure? Do you like playing that, pal? Are you?
No, I haven't played it yet. No.
Okay.
I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
It's not yet. But it's gonna happen.
It is gonna happen. Okay.
It's gonna have to happen. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I bought it because we were like chatting about in that Discord channel like with like sub. They convinced I had like a few free hours on a Sunday, and I was like, you know what? Everybody's praising it. I'll buy it. Dude, I haven't played a single player game in like more than a decade. It's so good. What have I been missing out on, man? Oh my, I've just been playing MMOs.
Here's the deal.
Like ARPGs. What's the deal? What is it?
Here's the deal, right? Okay. I remember after Witcher 3, there was a huge drop-off in like single-player games, IMO, unless I was missing something. And it felt like it was just like the new Assassin's Creed and just Ubisoft games, and that's about it for like 4 years. And all of a sudden, we get like bangers, Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring expansion, the Expedition 33. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like we're gaming nowadays. Like, it's coming back. I don't know, man.
After Expedition 33, I have pledged that I will give Elden Ring another shot. Because I got filtered by that game. By the camp of people right outside the spawn area. I'm so bad at those. Yes. The guy
I haven't
with
even
the pipe.
I haven't even played it really.
You haven't?
Yeah.
I just know that like
Yeah.
so many people have praised it, and I've never.
Dude.
I bought it, I played it, I bounced, and I never. After Expedition 33, though, I'm like, I want to just push through a little further and see if it entrances me, like Expedition 33 did. Yeah.
It was good. It has style, flair, right?
Dude, that's the thing. It's a turn-based game, but it feels so good to play. Like the way that they make the parries and even the dodges and just the abilities you use are so flashy. You feel so goddamn cool when you're playing these characters and fighting these enemies. Even, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I haven't even finished the game, bro. Like, I got past a part last night that over and over, my wife was sitting there reading. And I was just going, wait, what? No, wait, what? And I'm freaking, like, it was crazy. It makes you do that. Like, and I haven't had it. I literally haven't ever had a game do that, man. Like TV shows and movies and like books. But I've never, like, I guess this is what it kind of feels like for me. And it's a different kind of experience because I haven't played a lot of those. Have you like played like single player games quite a bit?
Oh, I used to.
All the time.
I used to literally like almost only play single player open world RPGs kind of deal.
Yeah.
But since ARPGs captured me, it's mostly RPGs.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually having a hard time. Like if I want to play, I still haven't finished Baldur's Gate 3, for example. My chat is always reprimanding me, but I need like space. I don't want to do it on stream. I want to just like have a week off and just fucking do this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how I feel with
it's hard to find that time.
100%. That's Expedition 33. Chill. If you ever play it, I would chill, play off stream, just enjoy it yourself. Have your stupid ass reactions in private instead of like in front of the camera. Like that. Like no one would believe if I react. Like I cried in this game. Like I literally was shouting out loud last night. I didn't wake up my kids, thankfully, but I was shouting out loud. No one would believe me if I was like streaming. They fucking faker. Okay.
Oh, he's faking it.
Yeah, you're faking it. You're faking it. Just but in private, I'll have those moments. My wife and I will have those moments, even though she has no idea what's going on. I tried to explain the plot to her after this big revelation, and she was just like, "Dude, no, I can't. It's too much. It's too much."
All right.
Okay.
You're selling it.
It's so good. Okay. I got to stop glazing Expedition 30. Hey, I have not gotten in any trouble for glazing Expedition 33. That must say something. Like people love that game.
Everybody likes it.
Everybody
likes it.
I'm sure. I'm trying not to like go into any communities because I'm wary of spoilers. I'm sure that there's critiques and everything, but I'll dive into those after I finished it fully. Don't want to get spoiled at all.
Makes sense.
So
makes sense.
Okay, I will. I think we're good. No one's complained about the audio or video, so we should be good there. So I'll just do a stupid intro for the YouTube video, and then we'll hop into the fun discussions. Okay, well, let's do some story speculation, which I know is your favorite. I listened to our last podcast, and we talked about it a little bit then.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Still Sane Pod. Tonight, I am sitting down with the esteemed Palsteron to talk all things Path of Exile 2, some Path of Exile 1, maybe some other ARPGs sprinkled in there as well, because this man is an absolute blaster, a grinder. He's touching all those ARPGs. I saw you last were in Torchlight Infinite, at least on your YouTube channel.
Oh, no.
Do you have opinions on everything, man? I need to get your opinions on that season. I saw some of the spicy, like saucy cover art for it. You know, they were really trying to pull people in a special sort of way. Man. I saw, who was it, Jungrown? Like, oh yeah, this is good. I saw his tweet on their Twitter post.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get into all that, man, first, how you doing today? It's been a while since I've seen you like post a YouTube video. I don't know if you've been streaming as of late, but how you doing?
I just had a vacation for 2 weeks, so I wasn't doing anything really. And before that, I was playing the void that is Torchlight Infinite. And before that, I was playing Last Epoch. So yeah, we can talk about all of that. And before that, I was playing PoE2. So yeah, I just kind of, I just reset a little bit before new PoE1 League comes out. Started streaming today again, PoE1. So yeah, coming back now.
Are you playing like a private league in PoE1 right now, or just doing like back to basics, starting fresh and like I don't know, Settlers 20? Whatever. I don't
I mean,
know.
I made a private league,
You
but
did?
it's just so I can run fresh 2 Watchstones, right?
Okay.
Without
Okay.
having to make a new account. Yeah, so
Okay. Sweet.
it's vanilla Settlers.
Oh, beautiful. Now, I guess a quick PoE1 question first before we maybe get into some PoE2 stuff. Do you think Settlers is going core in 3.26?
I think the vendor is going core. I think some of the functionality is going core, but it's way too all-encompassing to be in the game still.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to level up a city. I don't believe that.
Okay.
Gold's going to 100% stay, though. Yeah.
Gold, the currency exchange. Do you think like recombination in some form with Isla?
We'll have to see. But there's a good chance recombination stays and the vendors stay.
Yeah.
But I don't think enchants are going to stay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, some of those are really busted. My goodness gracious.
They're too strong.
Yeah, I remember some crazy ghost builds, some leveling builds. It's been a while. 11 months, man.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while. Like
sure.
that, it feels like a lifetime ago.
But like, yeah, I don't know. Those filthy PoE1 players want content again. I don't know if you heard. I don't know.
Wait, Path of Exile 1 players want content? No way.
They want content. It's crazy.
No,
it's wild, man.
So crazy. How about we hop? Actually,
they're so entitled, right? It's like insane.
Let's screw the PoE2 talk. Let's hop right into that. Okay. The Path of Exile 1 players. Okay. I think there's been a little bit of a war going on. Let's see how to approach this like without all guns blazing. Obviously, Path of Exile 1 players are in the literal shittiest position you can imagine themselves in. Like, if Path of Exile 1 is your favorite game, this has been the worst 11 months for you, honestly. Like, I don't think anyone can deny that. Like, and I feel like this might be lost in some conversations, including like when I talk about it. I think we talked in private a little bit, where it's almost assumed at this point that, yeah, you guys have been completely effed over. This has been acknowledged. And then so people like, it like fades from conversation and people don't bring it up. So when they're talking about kind of what you said, like, oh, you know, they just want their league and they're, you know, treating PoE2 unfairly because, well, we don't need to get into all that. It's actually a lot deeper than that, because it does suck. It's like Guild Wars 2 was like my favorite game, and it went into maintenance mode. I was so pissed, pal. So I totally get it, because PoE2 isn't the game that, you know, you and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but many people want right now. But PoE1 is like crack. It is the perfect game. So why don't you? How has it made you feel the past little while? You not having content.
I think it's not very deep. So I actually initially had no expectations for PoE2 from everything I've seen. I was like, oh, this is going to be a mess and it's going to get good in like 2 years from the get-go, right? So that was not an issue for me. That's not an issue. I mean, it sounds extreme, but it's really not an issue. The problem was that at the same time, I didn't have PoE1 to kind of keep me at bay for now. And that is literally it for me. Like, that's where it stops for me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know about other people, but yeah, if PoE1 would have just continued, or at least like semi-continued, that would have been it, basically. And I feel like a lot of people think that way.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And I think there are two things that I think GGG made the biggest mistakes on. And I do think number one is the whole Path of Exile 1 situation. I think that was a big miscalculation on their front. Not at least like doing a smaller league and smaller in PoE1 terms. I mean, they can still do a lot with a really tight team, right? And then two, it's stopping the balance patches with PoE2. I don't think it's a stretch to say, like you said, if there were just like a mini like Breach style league in between like now and the launch of PoE2 early access, I think everything would be like way better. And I feel like the best thing to happen for PoE2 right now is like for PoE1 to be on a better track.
It's also interesting because they immediately backtracked, right, and made Frisia. And I mean, Frisia doesn't get mentioned all that much. I don't know if you played Frisia at all.
I did. I played to level 80 hardcore. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great league. You probably didn't play too much around with idols then, right? But
no. They were so cool,
amazing.
Though.
Yeah, it was an amazing idea. It's nothing that probably fits into main game. The ascendancies were kind of like obviously unfinished, right? They just threw it kind of in there, but it was still fun. It just kind of goes to show you how little you actually need to make a good PoE1. Like they have it like to a science at this point. It feels
I
like
do.
I don't feel like it takes that much, which was also one of the things where I was like, that wasn't that hard, right? It was like, but the thing that people don't really talk about is just and the reason why a lot of people were outraged was because PoE kind of stands on its momentum over the last 13 years, right? Like one of the reasons it's so prolific, there are so many people love it, is because of its consistency. Like 3-4 months leak, 3-4 months leak, and that goes over and over. It almost is like a trance. It's like kind of like a thing you just always do. Like whenever a new leak came out, it's like, oh, by the way, I don't exist in the next 2 weeks IRL, by the way. I just don't exist, right? And that's just like a constant in your life for a lot of people, right? They take off of work or whatever. And it's kind of like a Christmas, like 3 times a year or whatever. And then that stops. That is not just like unfortunate. It also gets you out of that momentum all of a sudden. And it's going to be interesting to see how many people, like there's a lot of memes on PoE1, obviously, on the PoE1 subreddit, but it's going to be interesting how people are going to react when coming back.
100%. I mean, the teasers are interesting so far. I know people, want a little bit more. It looks like the name is going to be revealed this week. I didn't see that.
Yeah?
Did you see the teaser from today?
I did. I didn't read it yet, no.
Oh, okay.
But I saw the ping.
Yeah, on the left hand side. Last week, it was like lorem ipsum, so everybody was like, oh, there's not going to be any secrets. And now on the left hand side, Palsteron, it says expansion name reveal this week, like in the hidden text on the left hand side. So everybody's like freaking out, and there's like Zana's petals sitting on the page over top it. So
it is Zana, you think?
Okay,
dude.
I
watched Dreamcore's video. Are you telling me Dreamcore would lie to me? Are you telling me?
No, I think Dreamcore's right. I think it's Cirrus. Well, actually, he thinks it's the Exile. What was his ultimate conclusion? Somebody in his Discord thought it was Cirrus. I think it's Cirrus. I do.
Yeah.
I think they're going to expand on that character, which everybody loves.
I actually think it's going to be Zana, but I think Cirrus makes... Yeah, I think it's going to be Zana because they want to give the people what they want kind of deal. They're going to take it as their trump card now with the 3.26.
Right.
But I think Cyrus would make more sense. Yeah, I agree with that.
I wonder, do you think she's going to come back as an ally or end up being the antagonist, which is what people have always thought she's going to be, like in the lore community, that she's going to be like the big bad of the Atlas, but it looks like there's this originator.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The originator.
Isn't that tragedy usually how these epic things go, like Star Wars-ish, right? Maybe she's not your father, right? But I mean, still, right? Like that's how it's kind of gonna go. I'm pretty sure.
She's basically the father of all the Path of Exile 1 players. Come on, she was alongside us for all those days, which you got at earlier. Like, I think that was really like eloquently put. People were very attached to like Path of Exile 1. I was just talking about it earlier. Dude, Path of Exile 2 is not a game I want to blast right now. Path of Exile 1 is a game that I blast and I would want to blast. I do exactly what you said, man. I just play so hard for 2 to 3 weeks, a stupid amount, all my other free time, probably, less exercise, less family time than I should. And I just play the hell out of that game. I get like 36 challenges. I max out a character and I feel so good. It's so much fun. And then I'm done for a while. I don't feel that way with PoE2, but I know a lot of people feel that way with PoE1. And even then, like a lot of content creators, they don't just blast one character like myself or a lot of people. They might blast, okay, I'm gonna build this character to this skill to max, and then this skill, then I'm gonna do all this new currency efficient strategy things, all this stuff, right? So it doesn't really end because, like you said, they can do so much with just so little, like which was shown with Freesia. So there was a lot of buzz around that. I saw that. It was crazy.
I think that the feeling you have, a lot of people have right now, and I think the people who are fine with how PoE2 is right now are people who play it like 2-3 hours a day, which is probably how most people play it, right? Which I understand. But if you really want to grind it, like 10 hours a day, for me personally, it's very tiring.
There's nothing to do.
Well, not just that, but I can't really like all successful games that people absolutely know life have very low friction and are very easy to play. Like if you think about RuneScape or WoW or stuff like that, it's like you don't have to think all day. There's like special occasions where you have to think, but otherwise it's just like you're exploding the screen, right, like a power fantasy kind of deal. But in PoE2, I feel a little bit more on the edge all the time because white monsters are one-shotting you and whatnot. And I feel like that has a lot to do with that. And that has you never really get the runner's high, if you know what I mean.
Okay. I think I do understand that. I got it a little bit in 0.1 when I finally maxed out my character. Maxed out. God. I made a powerful character. It felt strong. And I did feel pretty darn invincible except for volatile plants. Which apparently they're responsible for 50% of all player deaths in Endgame, dude.
Really?
They released this. Yeah, they posted it on the subreddit. Apparently they put together this new algorithm that could show what was killing everybody. And volatile plants were like 51.37% of all Endgame deaths.
That's almost as many people as people that play Lightning Spirit.
That's right. It's right around there. I bet it's higher now. I think it was like 53%. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the friction, not being able to like play for a long amount of time. You're totally on point with me. Like I averaged out my hours, okay, since the league has started in PoE2, right? And I played like 60 hours over the course of the last month and a half, right? And only the first weekend is when I played like a stupid amount. You know, I did the campaign, I got into early endgame, and I spent like probably 25 hours doing that. And then it's just been, you know, drip feed all throughout. I also took like a little break there, but when I play, I only play for like, you know, maybe 1.5, 2 hours max. And that's not how I play PoE1. So I think you have a really great point there. Then there's the points of contention that a lot of people have. Is Path of Exile 2 going to become that game, or are grinding your games going for something different? And this is where the whole vision argument comes in, right? Where it's like, is it going to be more like, you know, your Path of Exile 1, your Last Epoch, really every ARPG except No Rest for the Wicked? And I know people are like, oh, is that really an ARPG? What? We'll call it an ARPG. Is it going to be more like, you know, its predecessor, or is it going to try to do something new? After the backlash, and do you think a lot of the backlash to 0.2 was also because of that, pal? Because a lot of people who blasted it, they quit fast. It was, and I know Last Epoch launched as well, so that definitely contributed. But honestly, if I'm being real, like it makes sense. I think that would have happened even if Last Epoch wouldn't have launched. They would have gone and played Expedition 33. They would have played a different game. Like, it just, playing at that great amount of time, like you said, it just is tiring. You know, there's not that much depth to the content for a lot of people and everything. So where do you think the future is for PoE2? Because I know you want a future for PoE2. I don't know how many people actually, like, you had, I think, S-tier thumbnail, Palsteron, for your feedback video on 0.2. PoE2 out of 10. Black. Dude, people don't watch
think it, most people don't even know the meme with PoE 2 out of 10. I realize that people actually think I think it's a 2 out of 10.
It's so good.
But
they do, because they don't watch your video, bro. I've watched your video twice. It had a lot of good feedback, and I know that you want the game to be good. You know, you don't have a sign off yet for your channel. I know, right? But you ended on like a very, very positive, I think, a positive note of that. You just want the game to get better. I want the game to be good. I want it to be fun. I want to enjoy it. It's not PoE 2 out of 10. Screw PoE.
I don't even want the game to be good. I want the game to be like, I want to wake up. It can't be trashy if it wants to. I just want to wake up and like a magnet be drawn towards the PC, right? Like the same thing that happens to me in like PoE week 1, week 2, or even Last Epoch. Most ARPG releases, right? Where you just like, you're like, did I already brush my teeth? It doesn't matter. Let's just, you know, that kind of feeling and the feeling, because I want to be good at the game. Like, I love like to be knowledgeable about games, but if I don't have that motivation, then I suck at the game because I don't play enough, and then I can't really make content, which is also frustrating. And that's a lot of my enjoyment I get. So yeah, I 100% I want it to succeed, of course.
Do you think that do you think that they're going to move in the direction of PoE1 and Last Epoch and everything, and remove, I think, the friction from the game that you're talking about, which is the need to, you know, watch out for white mobs, for example, or just powerful monsters and maps at the end of the day, you know, at a lower quicker, right? Because eventually, when your character becomes uber powerful, that's going to be gone, right? But then there's that whole period before. Do you think that's going to be gone? Do you think they're going to try to get it more in that PoE1 state, or push it more toward the no? We want you to, pay attention in maps. We want you to watch out for monster attacks. We don't want you to be checked out. What direction do you think they're going to go?
I don't know what they will go. I obviously can't know what they will go. I can't foresee the future. But I personally, like I said, I don't feel like the game is really. I mean, I made the feedback video because I don't even know where to start. But I think the fundamental problem of PoE2 is it misunderstands what makes ARPGs so addictive or fun, which is exploding white monsters. And by making white monsters challenging, you kind of take that layer out. And obviously a lot of people in chat are now going to say, oh, but I'm lightning spear, I'm geared out, and I am actually one-shotting every white mob, right? But that's not really what I mean, right? I mean that certain mobs are effortless to give you a power fantasy, and then the contrast of those white mobs that easily explode to those rares and uniques, this contrast is where the fun kicks in, kind of. I don't know how else to explain it better, but
that makes sense.
I feel like the thinking and the friction they can have in unique boss encounters and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know exactly. I'm honestly not sure where they're gonna go because I'm getting mixed signals for the last year or so. I think they're gonna go more into PoE1 Last Epoch direction, but I don't think it's going to be a massive change. Right. And I don't even know if it has to be. I don't know if it has to be fun, right? Maybe they find a formula. I'm just kind of I'm a little bit disheartened by how little they've taken from the PoE1 endgame, for example. I thought PoE1 has a wonderful endgame, and they actually made the early game better than PoE in a lot of ways, right? The gem system is so much better, so much more intuitive, tooltips, right? All of these things are so great, and then you get to endgame, and it feels like there's just a nothingness, right? And obviously you can say, yeah, early access, I get that, but I don't really like the direction they're going in when it comes to endgame.
Right. Okay, I want to touch on that just a moment. But before I want to go back to the thought about blowing up white monsters, having a real challenge with, blowing up even magic monsters, right? Having a challenge with certain rares and unique bosses, right? I kind of think, at least in the campaign, and I'm playing through it now, pal, so this is pure hearsay, but it's from people I trust, okay? I think that exists kind of in the campaign now after all the changes. There's been all this iteration.
That could definitely be true.
Yeah. I think that, but still, in the end game, the problem is, I think it's almost an all or nothing sort of thing. Either your character is dying to white mobs, magic mobs, rare mobs, and you're just getting swarmed, right? Or you are blowing everything up, and there's no there's not really I don't feel like there's an in-between a lot of the time. Unlike with rare mobs, I think many times you're not looking out for their special attacks or anything. You're watching out for their monster modifiers and everything. And just personally, that's something that I thought would take a backseat in PoE2. I remember when I interviewed Jonathan right before early access launch, he talked about how white monsters versus rare monsters, they won't just gain rare monster modifiers, but that same monster will gain a new attack when they're a rare monster that you'll have to watch out for, and it's really cool and flash, and it's something you have to pay attention to. I can confidently say I've never seen that in all my time in PoE2. And that disappoints me because I like that. I would love to see that. Exactly as you're saying, eviscerate all these tiny mobs, and then there's one that remains, right? And you got to actually spend 10 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever, fighting it, and you see a cool, flashy ability, but instead it's usually just an expanding circle that I'm watching out for, and it explodes, and I'm well, I've seen that a million times.
One thing you said there, I fundamentally disagree with their assessment that slow equals methodical, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're faster, you actually get a lot more control in a lot of ways. If you have a good ratio of your speed versus enemy speed, I don't think it matters how slow you are. It just the difference matters, right? That's literally all that matters. Yeah. And it just feels to me like currently I don't feel very powerful while going through a map. I mean, obviously there's the whirling slash exploit. Everybody does it, right? Yeah, just whirling around, right? Yeah. But if you're just walking, it doesn't feel like I'm really doing something. Like I'm just playing PoE1 again, and I'm shield charging through a map, and I just feel like a force.
Mm.
I feel like I'm a machine, right? And in
Mm-hmm.
PoE2, I feel like I'm like gardening or something. I don't know. Like it's just not the same. I don't know.
I think you're right on the differential. I think they've done some good stuff in the campaign, but again, it's like the Endgame where it's all messed up, dude. Where it's in maps, where the differential is super off, and a lot of these monsters are designed with normal speeds in mind, and then they get like speed buffs and crap, and then they just are so out of whack compared to the player. I did, what was it, last week? I did Trial of the Sekima Floor 4 on my Huntress, and when you get some speed buffs in there, like Hare's Foot and everything, I'm almost starting to feel
all of a sudden it feels so different.
Right, it feels very different, man.
Did you see the Chris Wilson, where Chris Wilson was voicing and he was showing off the Huntress? I think it was,
yes,
it must have been like 4 years ago or something.
2021. Yep.
That speed, like even without the Quicksilver Flask, I was like, dude, this looks like something I would want to play, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I know it sounds so weird to say that speed matters that much. It's less about like efficiency or whatever, right? Because you can always adjust that, right? But it's just about how I feel. Like I feel like a force. I feel like I'm I don't know, I'm a moving object. I'm an immovable object, yeah, basically. So I don't know, something about the speed in PoE2 kind of puts me off. Like even before you have like the horsey, right, or whatever. I don't know. Right. It's hard for me to voice. It's also not my place to really say what's wrong with PoE2. It's just that currently in its current state, I don't have that much fun with it. That's my big gripe. That's about it.
No, I think a lot of people share that sentiment with you, and I think you said it's not your place. I feel like we can all talk about it. Like I feel like I was, especially around 0.1, I was like so, hyped up on everything. Especially like the first week, I fought against everybody who was like, actually, Endgame is ass and everything, and I wasn't even in Endgame, and I was already like combating it. And then I got there, saw problems and everything. It kind of opened my eyes a little bit more. I feel like now is the perfect time to like voice what we think is wrong and what solutions are. And then it's the devs' job to do what GGG has done best for so freaking long, I swear. I mean, looking at their history and being a player PoE1 for like 6 years, they usually, I think, do a good job of filtering in the good and throwing out the bad, right? So that is what we must entrust them with. We have to throw all this stuff at them. I think sometimes in a different manner than some of my, content creator brethren, but I'm sure they're used to it by now. We just have to give them this feedback, and they just have to make changes accordingly. I will give them props for PoE2. We'll see with PoE1. This feels 0.2 feels far more like early access as I envisioned it. This patch, because they're doing like weekly patches with gameplay updates, quality of life, everything. The only thing that's missing are balance changes, man. And I know you got effed over in 0.1 with your builds like 3 or 4 times in a row where you got affected by the nerfs. Are you also in agreement that maybe they should look to do some mid-league balance touch-ups? And not maybe huge drastic like nerfs or changes, but just if you play like Dota 2, I threw out this idea a while ago, but like minute changes, like, oh, let's do a 5% increase here, a 10% there, oh, a dip there a little bit. Not like crazy buffs, but
I think their philosophy, I remember watching this in Chris Wilson's talk, I think. He talked about he doesn't like doing these small changes because people who stopped playing, when they come back, won't read it in the big patch notes, so they don't even know it happened, kind of deal. So maybe that's in there, but also I'm not. So this is going to be a little bit controversial because I do builds and stuff like that, but I don't know if it's actually bad for PoE2 right now to just have one OP build. I don't know if it actually matters. Like if it gets people to play and feel OP, and that one build feels good for people, and they're going to put in more hours, have more feedback, right? Obviously, you could argue if they nerf it, people are going to play more archetypes, and then maybe they're going to figure out new stuff that's wrong or whatever. But I don't actually know that. Like when it comes to concerns about PoE2, balancing is always a temporary issue, right? Which is like so down the line for me in terms of what my problems are with the game, I don't know if it actually matters. I know it matters for the people in the game right now, but it's like, I don't know if that matters in the grand scheme of things.
And
I'm not sure.
that's so interesting, pal, because okay, I'm putting myself in game dev shoes right now. And this might sound like horribly mean to the game devs. But okay. I work on a game for 6 years, right? All right. What do I do during those 6 years? I work on all of those fundamental design flaws. I get all those in good places. You know, okay, we got all the core systems down. People are going to love this. Let's unveil it and really sit into early access so we can fine tune everything and touch all the, you know, the finer thing. Like, okay, the balancing of lightning spear, the balancing drop rate of a, you know, all this stuff. And then people like have huge problems with the fundamentals of the game. It's like, and the thing is too, to your point, pal, they don't seem like set on the fundamentals either, which is kind of shocking to me. Like you said, you were getting mixed signals the past year. I've talked to some people like Kaltarak. He says he has a clear vision. He sees like the clear vision for the game. As someone who has been hyped up on the PoE2 Coke for like 5 years, I don't right now. Like I see mixed signals. I totally agree with you. I see like everything they said from 2019 onward, and then everything that's been done December 6, 2024 to now. And it goes like this. Like it does not compute. Yeah. So I get that. I do. You know?
Yeah, I don't really know much behind the scenes, right? I don't like speculating about those kind of things. It always ends at, oh, Jonathan bad, Mark good, and oh my god, Jonathan's vision is destroying the game. And then people are starting to speculate about what's going on behind the scenes, and it's like it's just so worthless at the end of the day because it doesn't change anything. No. And I fuel into it sometimes as well because there's a lot of memes on Twitch, obviously, like emotes and whatnot. It's funny, right? Cool. But at the end of the day, is it gonna matter? No, it's not gonna matter. Just make a game that most people enjoy, and all of that goes away, right?
Right. All right. Yeah, I think we agree. We agree on the conclusion there. Okay. Okay. Whoa. I wanted to return to something. Oh, the end game. Okay. One last thing on PoE2. The end game of Path of Exile 2, pal. Okay, so it obviously did not take a lot of inspiration from Path of Exile 1. Let's be real with that. I know you don't want to speculate as to why, but why is it different just to be different? And yes, everybody in the chat, we know that they did it in 6 to 7 months, okay? But the point is, if you haven't played PoE1, the end game is pretty gold, okay? Right? Like when I went back to play for Freesia, pal, the one thing I immediately noticed is all the cool like interactions that occur right when you get to endgame. And I know it's early access, right? But just the mixing of the encounters and how you can reliably get that mixture. That's what you can't get in PoE2. It's all random, and I don't like that. Or you rely on towers. Don't like that. In PoE1, you just know that, all right, I'm going to go on this map, and there's a really good chance that I'm going to get a betrayal encounter, and then a blight, and oh, there's going to be an abyss here, and oh, there's 2 essences that pop up in a breach. And it felt so cool. And I know it was extra juice due to the idols, but I love that feeling. And I'm shocked they didn't go for the replication in PoE2.
I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because they want to avoid comparisons to PoE1, and they don't want to, whenever they introduce something in PoE2, now everybody wants it also in PoE1 kind of deal. But then again, like they took all of the league mechanics up to Wisps were all PoE1, all PoE1 mechanics, and this is where I'm always confused when people push back onto that narrative to me. They tell me kind of like, no, pal, they want to be different than PoE1. It's like, dude, do you realize how much is the same? Like, I feel like those people have never played PoE1. It's like the currencies are called the same. The areas are sometimes called the same. Some of the monsters are called like, there's so much, like the characters are called the same. It is so similar, and then some of the most standout things, like for example, Endgame is different. And if in my mind, if I had to scrap together an Endgame quickie, like they said, right?
Yeah,
I would. That's the first thing I would do, right? I would take as a kind of placeholder or whatever. Which I don't know. It's. I'm gonna be honest. You're not gonna get much out of me because I absolutely. I dislike PoE2 Endgame to the core to like how it looks, how it feels, how it has no progression, I don't like it. I think it needs to be like scraped straight up.
Dang, fiery. No, and good thing Grinding Gear Games is kind of known for, at least in PoE1, from 2019 to 2023, scraping the end game and like just completely revamping everything.
That's what they do.
Right, they do that and they do it well. So when that becomes a focus,
extremely well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when that becomes and we know, we got some people who are some end game pros on the dev team too. So I think they are aware of how a lot of people feel about the end game, and I know they made a lot of changes in 0.2, but as you said, it didn't change the fundamentals of it. And I think there's quite a good chunk of room for improvement, especially with like the progression. That's the big thing I have a qualm with personally. I don't like how RNG based everything is. And I think I'm guessing we agree on that. It's just everything just feels so random.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that content should be that way. Like, that's where they struck gold with PoE1 with the Atlas passive skill tree and being able to carve your own endgame. Man, that was so cool. Like, avoid everything you don't like, spec into things you do like. And I know PoE2 doesn't have the breadth of content presently, but you can just scale that down. I don't think people would get too pissy about that. I've seen some like speculation about, oh, they want the randomness so people are forced to interact with the mechanics and they're testing out things. I think that's a little fun. That's a stretch even for me, guys.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch, yeah.
Okay. So,
like it starts at agency, right? Like you have no agency.
Yeah, right.
Like
I think that's the big thing.
You start off like you don't. The regions you want to go in are predetermined, right? There's no currency to, for example, change it. I said, for example, maybe change, maybe make a Orb of Horizon, like a PoE1, right? Where you can apply it to a map and it re-rolls the map. But then would that really work with like the whole system? I'm not 100% sure, but then towers and whatnot. I just think like the top-down view, it looks ugly. Like I looked at the Atlas in PoE1 the other day. It's so nice, right? I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. Like the experience is just not something I enjoy. But maybe if they remove some of the friction, like there's so many clicks. I don't know if you notice, coming from PoE1 to PoE2, like you have to like put it in there and then you have to click again. It always feels like everything you do, you have one click too much. And you notice it when you start playing the same thing over and over and over. Like once you get into that mode, maybe if that actually gets a little bit better, maybe the whole experience gets better. I'm not sure, man. Like I said, I really don't like the PoE2 endgame right now.
Well, yeah. I think it all kind of, to close out like the Path of Exile 2 discussion for a little bit, I think it all kind of rolls up to the way that everyone is playing the game, and everybody's playing it in so many different ways. I think Path of Exile 1 for a long time, like it found its way to be played, and a lot of people play it, and that's hyper blasting, grinding mindset. And with Path of Exile 2, it drew in, I think, a lot of new audience who play it very differently. And then, someone like myself who blasts Path of Exile 1, I haven't been blasting Path of Exile 2. But if you do, like you just said, everything just adds up. If you sit there for like a 6-hour session and it's just not smooth. Last question for you, pal. Do you think Grinding Gear Games made a mistake not rebranding Path of Exile 2? Be like a different named game, went a little bit crazier with differences from PoE1 and really tried to make something that was maybe more in the vein of No Rest for the Wicked with that Path of Exile spin on it.
I don't think that's what they want.
You don't think that?
Jonathan even said in one of their interviews he didn't like No Rest for the Wicked.
He did not like it.
If I remember correctly.
He thought it was like too short. He was like left unsatisfied.
Yeah, but I feel like he had a throwaway comment where he also said he didn't like the gameplay. Maybe I'm making this up. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think they want this to be not PoE. Right. I think they want it to be PoE in spirit, and I don't know, like you have to be able to compare it to PoE1 because that's what we have. It's like And it's not like it just gets compared to PoE1 because it's PoE2 and it's the same studio.
An
Any
RPG.
ARPG coming out right now gets compared to PoE1.
Yep.
Like, for example, this is a mean comment, but last Epoch, right? When it first came out, what was the predominant game? PoE1, right? It like felt stale very quickly because the endgame wasn't enough. Now, on the second go around, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, last Epoch got a little bit extra content, but it still dropped off pretty fast. Like, honestly, I didn't feel like it got extremely better. Like, maybe like 20-30%. I'm not gonna say I enjoyed the game, but the reason people received it better is because now it compares to PoE2.
Right.
But maybe I'm just making it up, but what I'm trying to say is everything gets compared to PoE1, right? Like, everything that comes out. It's not just because it's PoE2 and the evil PoE1 community, whatever. Every RPG gets compared to that. It's kind of like, it reminds me of, remember when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, and there was these, like, gaming journalists that said, you shouldn't expect this kind of quality from other studios. It's unrealistic, right? That's the same thing, and everybody was, like, up in arms, was like, you can't say that. The players decide that. It's the same with PoE1. It's like the standard has been set. There are certain rules that PoE1 made over the last decade or so by carrying the ARPG genre on its back that are just kind of there that people expect. That doesn't mean that those can't be unwound over time, and maybe a lot of people will appreciate it over time, but it's very normal to have like a first sort of like pushback. IMO.
No, I think you're totally right, especially on like the last Epoch comment. I think that Path of Exile.
I mean, I'm sorry, it's mean, right? Like, I just to say that I enjoy last Epoch, but I don't feel like it got like as much better as a lot of people are implying. That's just, I think it's a comparison thing, but yeah, I'm not sure.
I personally felt so bad, pal, because I bounced from that game very fast. I got to Endgame and I just didn't enjoy it. And I know I'm going to get a ton of shit. I got so much shit for it, but because it's like, oh, you interviewed the developers and this is what you repay them with? I'm like, guys, chill. I'm not having fun. Like, I'm just going to bounce, guys. But no, you're right that it also got that boost because like the whole Path of Exile 2 comparison and the Exodus and everything. And yeah, Path of Exile 1 is the standard for ARPGs. I don't see people comparing Last Epoch or any other RPG to like Diablo 4, right?
And I mean, I was thinking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about this. So I started with D3, I think in 2013 or 2012 or whatever. That was my first, I mean, I played Titan Quest, but my first like online experience in ARPGs. And then I was like, I'm done with this game. It's not like, okay, it's kind of over. And I swapped to PoE, and it took me like 2 tries, and then I was into PoE. And I'm just thinking, would I still be playing ARPGs if it wasn't for PoE1 in the last decade? Like, think about what came out other than D4 and D3 expansions. Like, just think about it. Like, would you still be playing ARPGs? I'm not sure I would. Yeah. It's kind of like the new D2 for this generation, right? Like, and I guess GDG's trying to make the next step, but that's a big leap, right? Like, that's a huge, because they had to beat like D3 at the time, but now they have to beat not beat PoE1, right? They want to kind of like ping pong it around.
Yes.
But we'll see about that. But yeah, it's interesting because I think the comparison is very natural. It's a very natural comparison.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. Yeah, the competition is themselves, and the competition is way fiercer, right? Than before. Oh, and it's not like I wasn't around really for like Diablo 3, but the reception was pretty, poor when Path of Exile started getting steam, right? Like with the Crypt stuff, like Crypt hopped over after beating hardcore Diablo 3, and then he's like the best player, and he hops to PoE. He's like, well, this is way better. D3.
Yeah.
And
yeah, PoE was PoE was very shitty at the start. Don't get me wrong. It was like absolute cancer. Like trying to whirling blade around and like desync all the time. It was like it took a lot of time to be what it is today, right? So yeah.
You used to have to macro, right? For desync, like /OOS.
I mean, just I don't know, like play at the right times, I guess. I'm not sure.
God,
like that was the EU experience.
And the thing is too, if they're I don't think they're trying to, personally, this is my opinion, I don't think they're trying to phase out Path of Exile 1. I think they effed up. They realized they effed up, and they're going to have to do a hell of a lot to like earn back community trust. But they're also trying to release, PoE2 during arguably like the heyday of PoE1. Settlers, rest in peace, hopefully. That was the biggest Path of Exile 1 expansion of all time, right?
It was
like
huge, yeah.
It's like, right. So it's not like
Yeah.
Diablo 3 where it was kind of like, oh, people are off on D3, let's release PoE. It's got Titanic competition. Right?
I think they definitely realized that they screwed up, and like just making Freesia in that short of a time span, like what was it, 2.5 weeks, and all of a sudden we have like Freesia after that video, that like where they're like, we can't do PoE1. I mean, they definitely care and they definitely know. And I'll even go further. I think the next league is going to be absolutely huge because they do understand, right? Like I do think that very much. And I think they're going to even overcompensate in a lot of ways. Like I always talk about this. They have like this pocket of concessions that they can just throw out whenever it's like, I don't know, some QL stuff that they haven't implemented in 10 years.
Breach Splinters.
And that's going to happen. IMO, that's going to happen.
Do you think that Breach Splinters, the suck, has to happen in PoE1 too, yeah?
I mean, would be cool. Would be really nice. Yeah.
Dude, there's no way they don't add it to Path of Exile 1. Oh my god. That'd be crazy if they didn't, man. Oh.
Would be nice.
What okay, let's talk a little bit about 3.26. Concessions. I'm sure this is like a video topic that you might want to release, to speculate. Do you have maybe like one that you think might occur that people have been just asking for years in PoE1? They're like, all right, break it out, let's do it.
I don't know about for years, but I think they will. I think they will rework tier 17s quite significantly.
Oh,
I think they will bridge the gap a little bit to tier 16s, most likely.
Okay.
And I think they're going to. I'm not exactly. I don't have anything in other than that in mind, but it's going to be a huge patch. One thing I do think about a lot though is I think quite a few PoE2 players are going to try PoE1 for the first time, and I wonder first how is their experience going to be, because I feel like PoE2 is a really good tutorial for PoE1 because you get all those tooltips and you already have like an idea of what the systems are. And I also wonder how the feedback from the PoE2 community, like people who played PoE2 for the first time, and it was their introduction to ARPGs, how the feedback will change after trying out PoE1 as well. So
do you think they're going to get addicted to the dopamine bursts, of PoE1?
Depends on how they play it. Like you said earlier, I think that PoE2 does suit itself very well to somebody who is maybe looking for more of like a single player experience, who just likes to play through the campaign, right? Play a little bit of endgame, 2 hours here, 2 hours there. But I think if you have people who are like have a very grindy mindset, and I also see a lot of creators, right, who are clearly blasters, who play like 14 hours a day, who are like speedrunning. I've never heard of them before. They're like, this is my first RPG. I think those people are going to be like not existing in the next 2 months if they try PoE1, personally.
No, I think you're right. I personally think, I know you said you don't know how people are like going to receive it or how many people are going to return. I think it's going to be the biggest Path of Exile 1 league because of that reason. I think a lot of people, it's free to play. I think a lot of these people who bought PoE2 are just going to at least log in on launch day because they're starting early with these little missives and everything. It's going to, I think it's going to have a huge marketing push. But they're going to do supporter packs. I think they're going to go all in and they're going to try to get as many people on board as possible. So I think it's going to break like the concurrence of Kelger. And you're so right. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so interesting to see like if a lot of these PoE2 players, like PoE2 only players, make it to PoE1 endgame and get a taste. Like just see, man, I have so many of my friends, like I convinced them to try PoE2 after desperately trying for years to get them to play PoE1, and they finally did it, and they love PoE2.
Clicked, yeah.
And they love it, and I'm like, let's try PoE1 because it's as good, and in some ways it's a lot better. Like, give it a go. And I'd love to be able to chat with them about feedback, but I think I'll just be reading a lot of Reddit threads.
PoE2 is absolutely huge for new player experience because the difficulty doesn't matter for a new player because they have no like context how hard ARPGs are usually. What are ARPGs, right? They're not jaded in any way, so that doesn't matter to them, right? Yep. But like all the tooltips and the explanations are infinitely better than in PoE1. Like you said, I also tried to get a lot of people over time into PoE, and it's like impossible. And yeah, I think PoE2 is a pretty good tutorial for PoE1. Whether people are gonna like PoE1 or not is gonna depend on their type of I don't know, like how they like to play.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be a ton of PoE2 players trying it for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it also transforms people, because I was never a blaster until I played PoE1, dude. And then like I never played a game like that. Like I said, like a Guild Wars 2 player. I played Dota 2, and then I just became a blaster starting in Metamorph League. What a league. And picking up organs. Oh yeah.
Picking up organs, yeah.
Those are the
Fun
days,
stuff.
dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, I can feel
they
my
fixed it relatively quickly though, right? Like 1.5 weeks or something, I think.
I think it was
1
like
week?
I think it was a week, right?
Yeah.
Man, I was already deep into Endgame, bro. You know, I already had all those challenges. Man, such a long time ago thinking about that. That's crazy. Okay. Path of Exile 1, any more stuff? Okay, do you think we're gonna get a boss? Do you think Mark is cooking?
I think there's a good chance we're not gonna have Exarch Eater anymore, yeah.
Ooh. You think they'll go okay, so they're gonna try to impress us. They're gonna try to wow us, right? Okay. They really wanna win some of that back. I think it's gonna be a situation where it's like, oh, you know, we fought 3, but we never expected another 4, or some shit like that, where they're just like upping the ante. They're like,
I have no idea. Maybe like Kalandra or something. I don't know. Maybe Kalandra V2.
Please?
Actually, she wasn't a bird or fish or whatever.
Please.
Like, what is it? Is
She's
it
like
fish or bird?
She's a bird. She's a bird. Yeah, but we never
Who
fought
said
her.
fish the other day?
No, she's not a fish. What?
No.
Chat,
Somebody
correct us.
Who baited me? Oh
Somebody
my God.
baited you. Somebody was I saw some speculation, and that was in Dreamcore's video too. Like, the node is Krilson, and the originator is Chris.
Oh,
Wilson.
it was Dreamcore.
Was it Dreamcore?
That's who it was.
You?
Dreamcore. Are you in chat?
Oh
my! It was Dreamcore, wasn't it?
He totally baited
I
you.
think I watched the Dreamcore video
Planter's
once
not
again.
a fish. No way.
Oh my God! Insane.
So I think if we fight Zana, I mean, that's going to be super cool. The originator of it seems like a new character. I wonder if they'll do. I saw some people speculating it might be like Synthesis V2, which would be funny, pal, because then we'd also get kind of the Path of Exile 2 and Last Epoch Endgame back in PoE1, which you'd be a huge fan of, with the little, you know, the
Can
memory.
I just ask, were you pulling those ideas from? Did we see anything from the snorkels that would imply Synthesis V2?
Oh, well, only as like the Shaper Venarius connection.
Oh,
like people are trying
interesting.
Deep rabbit holes, man. Deep rabbit holes. So
interesting. Would be cool. I did like the memory game. It didn't really make it into the game, but that would be cool. Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah. Dreamcore says he didn't even mention Kalandra in his video. So you are falsely attacking him.
Fair enough. Okay. One time it wasn't Dreamcore. All right, fine. Fine.
All right. Yeah, I also saw some speculation that yes, it's going to be a big league, but it might be like a legacy sort of league. I don't think there's a chance. I think they're going like new content for this one. I think that they've been working on it for the past like probably month and a half or so. And it's going to be new stuff. And
they might take some assets from PoE2. Like I think they did that for Settlers, right? If they need bosses, that would probably be a good idea, and then maybe even tie it into Act 5, Act 6. I think there's a good chance for that, right? Because if they actually want to replace either Exarch, I think art assets, that stuff takes a lot of time, right? Like that eats up a lot of development time. So I'm not sure if they could have just like stomped that out in like a month. Maybe they could. But that would be cool as well if they kind of tie it towards Act 4, 5, 6 or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe they just pull something from deep within their treasure trove of all their their thousands of art assets and everything. Yeah, it's going to be exciting, and we get the name this week. I'm pretty hyped for it. Let's see, pal, man. We chatted a lot about PoE2. Okay, I wanna close out the pod on like a positive. Let's see if we can do a positive note. Let's see. Path of Exile 1 players, pal. Do you think
these entitled brats?
What
you
do
mean?
you okay? What do you think the path forward is for? Obviously, there's two ends of the Path of Exile community. I feel like there's the Path of Exile, one faithful, right, who really, really, really want a Path of Exile 1 expansion, and I think some of these people, they don't really care at all about PoE2. And then I think on the other end, there's the Path of Exile 2 believers, we'll call them, so we don't give repeat names, who only care about Path of Exile 2, and they think that GGG should cancel Path of Exile 1. And then I think you got 80% in the middle, maybe even more than 80% in the middle, honestly, of like people who either don't care, they like both games, everything. But I feel like either side's message is blasted to like the top of social media, clipped in videos, all this stuff. And I feel like it further radicalizes either side, and it slowly like shifts people in the middle to either end of the pole. What if there is a solution?
What online discourse does. Sure.
I know. Yeah. This is I'm literally describing like politics everywhere, literally everywhere. But this is something I've been grappling with as of late. So I'm curious from your point of view, pal. What do you think, like a not solution, but what do you think people can do to discourage this sort of like attitude? If you think maybe you like this sort of thing, I don't know. What do you think people can do? Like me, you're
asking
watching.
me how to de-radicalize the internet, really? Me? You think
just
like philosophers have failed, but this Palsteron guy is gonna find a solution for radicalization online?
Dude, you have ways with words. What can I say?
That's wild. You have a lot of trust.
Okay, in our little Path of Exile community, what do you think? Do you think anything can be done? Because I feel like I have a voice. I feel like you have a voice. I think a lot of people listen to you. They listen to a lot of other creators in the community, and I do think that we can make a difference. Like, and it's not just people. Like the devs obviously like listen to us as well. Like they, even if they do things people disagree with, I think they still talk to us, right? And they listen. So do you think there's anything that we can do to encourage like that to happen more, to encourage like foster community discussion instead of like people yelling at each other? Because I feel like that's what
I don't think we can. I don't think we can, because I think personally people are looking for drama, right? Like they want content, they want entertainment. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just like everybody has their voice, and that's okay. Some people, and this is also a thing, right? Like some people have a better way with their criticism. Some people are very snarky. Some people are assholes about it, right? And if you want to take the criticism as GGG, you have to kind of filter through that.
Yeah, it
just kind of is what it is. I think you can obviously like reinforce positive behavior on your own.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, watch the news. What stories are going to remember? Like the negative ones, most likely. It is what it is, right? It does sell. I don't know. As a creator, you can just kind of be like, I see it very internal. I don't try to, before I make a video, I don't try to gauge what other people think. That's the biggest one. It's kind of like the deal where, a lot of musicians always say they don't like to listen to too much music, so they don't internally copy it accidentally because they heard it and then they kind of iterate upon it and they're plagiarizing or whatever. I tried to do that, but other than that, yeah, it's just a lot of loud voices. I think what's going to happen is the PoE2 criticism is going to get a lot more streamlined. I think right now there's like 3 camps, PoE2 players: the people who enjoy it, the people who are lukewarm on it but want it to succeed, and the people who will never like it no matter what. And a lot of the most deranged voices when it comes to that part are going to fade away over time. It's just kind of like a shedding right now of those people. And what's going to be left is people who want the game to succeed, but who are still going to be very vocal, but maybe a little bit less in the extreme. So I think that will happen over time.
Yeah.
But I think that's just how it is, man. I think that's just how it is.
I think that's a fair assessment, dude. Especially if GGG get their act together and they start releasing those Path of Exile 1 expansions every 3 to 4 months. Right? It's going to happen. Totally.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know if that's necessary. I think that like I could have done with anything but 11 months, right? For example. I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
I'm like,
pal, you're not coping with the 6-month expansions now, are you? Uh-oh. Here we go. We have to aim for the stars.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think they do care about the PoE1 community.
Yeah.
I actually think after the Jonathan video, I'm not sure if they understand how, like, I was looking back, like, how crazy successful they were and how they kind of dropped the ball on this. I feel like they already had in mind to transition into PoE2 and leave PoE1 kind of on the wayside. I don't know if they actually realize what a crazy impact PoE1 had on the ARPG scene, and how, like, it almost feels like most people are more of a fan of PoE1 than they are right now, which is a little bit awkward. But yeah,
I see people like saying that when they like listen to, for example, like Jonathan talk about the game. Like he always talks about it like, oh, this was a mistake, oh, this got out of line, so on and so forth, all those sort of things. I'm guessing that comes from the fact that I'm guessing he's not really involved with PoE1 at all and hasn't been for many years. It's like the other team.
Either that, or honestly, like, if you're on a project for that long, maybe you just get tired of it, right? You just grow tired of it. You don't want to work on it for that long. And and I also understand that. It's just
right. It's like, you know, Rory, Hirishi, people who departed and everything.
Yeah.
On that front though, so I was gonna end the pod, but now I'm curious because you said this, so I want to ask you about it. As long as you don't have to hop, it might just be another few minutes. You okay?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I know. Pal's an absolute champ. It's very late where Palsteron is, guys. So give him a big shout out in chat. He's a madman. Oh, thank you.
I'm on gaming hours again. It's fine.
Okay. You mentioned they might have had in their heads the idea of phasing out Path of Exile 1. Do you think that that's something? Do you legitimately think that's kind of what they want to do? I'm talking maybe like 3 to 5 years. You do think that that's what they want to do, like a Diablo 3 style? I personally
always thought that. Yeah, I thought when Chris Wilson talked about like they want to do like a 4-month hop, like release PoE2, 2 months later release PoE1, 2 months later release PoE2. I think that's too much ARPG for most people, and that's just like exhausting. And I don't even know how they would ever manage that. They would have to have actually two distinct, like they would have to, like, I don't know, expand the people that they have on the team for sure, and that might water things down and whatnot. So I was always of the opinion that they're going to phase out PoE1. I was just surprised at how fast it felt like they wanted to do it. Right. And I almost wonder if there wasn't as much pushback to Jonathan's video, if they would have tried that immediately. I'm not 100% sure. I just don't think there is like, they can coexist, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think PoE1 is going to stick around for like another 5-6 years. I really
Interesting.
Don't.
Okay. This is me being the optimist again, pal, because I honestly, even in like their current forms of PoE2, even if it goes in the more PoE1 direction, I do still feel personally like they could coexist, but I am with you that they would need to scale up drastically. It might change the way that they act as a company. Like it's super ambitious. No one's been able to do it. You know,
they have to have double as much creative output as well, like double as many bosses.
Ideas.
Like, I mean, I just can't see it, honestly. I just can't see it, personally.
Okay. All right. Remind me 6 years. We will revisit this conversation.
I think, like, by the way, I feel like a lot of people are kind of feeling that, and maybe that's also one thing why they really want PoE2 to be good, or the good that they feel like would be good for them. Because they kind of notice that, the shift of their attention, obviously, and they want to at least have a game remaining to be played, kind of deal, if you know what I mean.
No, that does make sense. Man, if that's a sense, that sucks, because I'll be honest, pal. Like when I read people saying that, I haven't like heard you say that in any of your videos or anything. I haven't heard that a lot. I never really thought that was I'm being straight up honest. I never thought that was like a real possibility. I always saw that this was, maybe I'm like a very believing, like trusting individual. It like said, yeah, we obviously effed up. This is not what we wanted at all. And maybe I'm not seeing them as, it's like, all literally all speculation, right?
Just, I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, it's possible. It is possible. And I just like to believe. I like to believe. I think if like, not to I'll just say a bigger gaming company who has maybe made a lot of these decisions in the past, I would totally be, you know, a pessimist. But I'm still an optimist when it comes to GGG, even though they screwed up when it comes to Path of Exile 1 for the past like year. So Yeah.
Well, there's quite a bit of people leaving, right? Like
Rishi,
Rory, Rishi. So the more people that are attached to PoE1 leaving,
Yeah.
the more of a possibility that might be in the future, right? So I'm not saying it's going to happen immediately or it's even going to happen. I'm just not sure because right now they're kind of like all hands on board on PoE1, all hands on board on PoE2 kind of deal. So I don't know how that's going to work. Like it's already like it's only going to get more and more stressful, I feel like. I know some people say the exact opposite. They're basically like, no, they're in early access right now. They're very like busy right now, and once that settles, it's going to be easier. But I'm not sure about that because right now they can kind of just like freestyle release. Once that 3 to 4 months for both games is settled in, I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's a it's a very specific cadence you have to hit, and
Yep.
a good chunk of the team, right? We talked about this, I think, on our first chat. I'm having deja vu right now. They are so used to cooking behind the scenes. You know, they've been in the dark for 5 years. You know, I know a lot of people are cross-functional and they worked a little bit on PoE1, but a lot of these people, like, they didn't feel that pressure, that fire under their butts, like, oh, we need to get this out in the next 3 months. It's not, yeah, it's coming out in 2024, 2025, right? So it's a different environment. As someone who works like sometimes on a sprint schedule, like you definitely feel it when you have a timer and you have to hit your goal by the end of the timer. Totally get that. That's a very fair point.
For sure.
Okay, pal. Well, I've kept you long. Wow, much longer than I anticipated, man. Thank you so much for hopping on the podcast, dude. And man, I hope things do get better, and I hope we get a banger Path of Exile 1 expansion. I really do.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I'm pretty sure we will. Maybe I'm coping, but I think we will.
No, I don't think you're on the high grade copium, man. I think it's gonna be real. I think they wouldn't do these crazy Atlas teasers if they didn't have something wild behind the scenes. All right, everybody, make sure you go check out Palsteron on his Twitch channel, his YouTube channel, and everything else. He's a great guy, and I really appreciate the talk, man. It was a good one.
Same, man.
All right, see you, pal. Bye.
Thanks, chat. Peace.
That was wonderful, you guys. W or L? WL, chat. What do you guys think? Whoa, what happened to my chat? Why did chat get all messed up? That was really nice. Thank you, Palsteron. Let me do a shout out in Twitch chat. Plasteron. Oh my gosh, Palsteron. You probably mistype that all the time. Plasteron. There you go. Thank you so much, man. That was a nice chat. Nice salute. Let me text my wife and see if she got our daughters to sleep, because I was supposed to get off at 8 o'clock. To get my daughters to sleep. Let me text her. Is number sleep. Subscribe to Only Pals. Plasteron when it's drinking time. Oh my gosh, that was a great one, dude. Thanks for chatting. I'll post the VOD tonight. And where's the YouTube channel? Where's the YouTube? YouTube.com/Palsteron. Look at that goated 2 out of 10 thumbnail. What a goated thumbnail that is. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. Can I show it to you guys? Everything is 100% fine. Look at that thumb. Look at that. Absolute cinema. What the? Palsteron? Sorry, I'm not getting your notifications though. Because I get nobody's notifications. I have a second channel excuse. You have a second channel, Palsteron? No, you don't. All right. Oh my gosh, what is my chat? I am subbed to you on my second channel. On my second channel, I'm subbed to literally thousands. I think I'm subbed to everybody. But I did a purge of basically everybody at the start of early access, and I have to resub to everybody. Look, I'm only subbed to like 25 people. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna go on my personal YouTube though, because you know, that's when it gets really spicy, you guys. Okay. Did I even grab the link? I don't even think I got the link. Here you go. Palsteron, I purged Dreamcore, I purged Sir Gog, I purged Gab, I purged everybody, brah. You blame the YouTube algorithm because it didn't pop up on the feed. Okay. Where is it? Least depressed. This. Wait, was this your short? No, that was a Reddit post. I was gonna say. Okay, my wife isn't responding to me. One sec, you guys. Oh, okay. Okay, we can stream a little bit longer. You purged Dreamcore day 1. Why would you ever purge Dreamcore? Come on. You know, you want to know something crazy? Are you guys subscribed to your like on your personal YouTube channels? Are you subscribed to your own channel? I'm not subscribed to my channel on my personal YouTube, but I get recommended my videos all the time. And I don't know if I'm hurting my performance by being unsubbed and just skipping over my videos, or if I should subscribe to my channel and like watch my video. I don't even freaking know. Yeah. The kids put my wife to sleep. Yeah, I don't think my daughter knows how to use the phone yet. Okay. You're not abandoned on YouTube, chat. I was just chilling for a second, making sure I had everything in order, meaning my kids were asleep. All right. All right. I think I wanted to, what did I want to, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do a react? Do I want to do a react? All right. Leaving Discord. Let's see, guys. There was a spicy video, but I don't know if I want to react to it or not. Let me think. Probably not for now. Okay. All right. Hey, Anti-Swipe, what's happening, man? All right. So maybe we play a little bit more PoE2 then, since my daughter's asleep. Here we go. What do you mean server restart in 43 minutes? What? No, my kid's asleep. My wife got my kid asleep. I could play Expedition 33 and and finish that out, but not on stream. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm loading up PoE2. Hopefully I don't blue screen. That'd be bad. You've never seen my PoE2 gameplay? I have it on Steam. All right. All right. How about just so it's clear that I do have a character in Endgame. Oh, true. I do still have to go on a run today. So a spicy video about the Path of Exile community in general. I will play one map on this girl right here. Here. Oh, the sound is blasting. Thank you, guys. Yes, it's Caltrax video. All right. We will do one map at Endgame, or a few maps. Let's see. Am I near... What am I doing? I don't actually play Endgame, guys. Just kidding. Okay, let's see. Am I near a citadel? Not really. Like, this is... Let's see. Do it. Reduce damage. I know, I'm only level 88. I think people think I can't talk about Endgame, and you are wrong. I can talk about Endgame. The realm is restarting in 40 minutes. I wonder why the realm is restarting. See, if I was cool, I would have leapt across that right there, but I'm not. Okay, did you just see that right there, guys? Did you see that? Okay, look, Lightning Spear is absolutely busted. All right? You're able to scale the power of it so quickly with such little investment that it just becomes the absolute... Oh my gosh, it's a reduced crit map. This is going to be a little bit of a spicy map, guys. Oh, slash deaths. 190 deaths, guys. 190. You can't see my chat. I did see the new PoE1 teaser. My spear is a Tangle Tongue. I am a meta boy. What? People use that because it causes crits to fork, and it has a much higher base critical hit chance because it has that roll range of like plus, what is it? Oop. It's 10 to 20% added to base crit. And as an Amazon, you are all about getting giga crits. Honestly. But this is like, I think this is kind of what I was personally saying. Like what Palsteron is saying, what I'm kind of saying. Like, I do have to be kind of on the edge of my feet because I could just die. But a lot of stuff, like all the white stuff, do you see how it just explodes? Same with like the rares. Like it's like one hit. Now, I would love it if the rares were a little bit of a fight and I blasted down all the white mobs with ease, personally. And then I had to spend like 10 to 15 seconds on the rares, like actually battling them. With, and this is the key, with like a strong build. See? Like the rare just, you know, popped. I get that I'm using the meta super busted build and everything. Okay, it's a proximal tangibility. But how do we get crit damage though? Items, passive skill tree, all that. My character isn't really that strong though. Honestly. If you compare me to a lot of other characters, I'm pretty darn weak. I think most of the crit bonus damage comes from the tree. You can scale that pretty massively from the tree. And I'm pretty sure the boss is in the upper right-hand corner. Yeah. Do you guys get that where it takes a second to like spawn that on your minimap? Rares are just whites with doubled HP. Pretty much. And you just have to watch out for their special abilities sometimes. Oh, bro. Yeah, I'm not using any jewel or time lost jewels. What do you say? It's absolutely busted, and I'm not even using like barrage or anything, right? This is a far from optimized character, and the tree, like I took a look at, I think it was at Flupgun's tree, and his tree was way more busted than my tree, man. Oh my gosh. And then on rares, or sorry, on endgame bosses, I typically use Primal Strike. Oh, up there. No! Oh, someone wants to buy a helmet I have listed? No way. By the way, guys, this character has like no defenses. If that wasn't evident. I can pretty much get one shot by every boss ability, I think. Yeah, softcore trade and meta build, not a really good perspective. No, I understand, guys. And like I said, I know a lot of people won't believe me. I stumbled into this build while playing, and it became the meta. I kid you not. It became the meta. I think the bosses, on bossing, it feels really balanced. It's just on clearing packs where it feels like it's pretty off compared to other stuff, personally. Okay. Back to SSF. No. I did not create the meta. No, because my build is not even close to optimized. My build is so bad compared to other people's. And I didn't stumble upon... What was it? I stumbled upon like Kitoko's Current, the electrifying part of it. But I did not stumble upon Tangle Tongue. Like I saw somebody talking about Tangle Tongue in chat. Yeah, no, like the clear is very strong compared for its like low investment, guys. Like I only bought, you know, like the only expensive thing on that build was really the Tangle Tongue, and it's not even that expensive, I don't think. No, I'm not using Serpent's Fury. That's correct. Wow, that is quite a bit of damage. That's pretty sweet. Okay, guys. Explosive grenades, they feel pretty satisfying. I just got to make sure that damage scales up and doesn't like die out completely. This feels very PoE1 right now. That right there. Okay, that's an interesting thing. No, I like never watch build videos. No. I don't really watch build videos or follow like builds or build creators. I just kind of do my own stuff for the most part. I actually, in like PoE1, I mostly use PoE Ninja. Like I'll get like the skeleton for a build and I'll try to do it and then the build won't work or it will fail. And I'll go to PoE Ninja and I'll crack together something that ends up working. Yeah, I do, bro. I just don't watch build videos. Like Palsteron stuff. I only watch Palsteron's commentary videos. And Palsteron has damn good commentary videos, but I do not watch his build videos. This is gonna end well, I can tell. I love this music so much. Easy. Oh, I know it's not like cheating. I personally just don't like... Here's crazy. I just don't like that type... I don't like consume that type of content. I know I'm a weirdo. It's just not the type of content I like. That's why I like go on PoE Ninja and I try to sculpt together stuff because I enjoy trying to hammer something together myself. Just like I don't necessarily like blast through everything. Like I'm just gonna take this all at a leisurely pace. Have I died? I can't even remember. No, I have not died. Let's try not to die, guys. Yeah, if you're interested in the interview, I'm going to post the VOD right after I end the stream, and then of course it always lives in the stream itself. You do both nowadays. Try your own builds, but also follow builds. Yeah, I like mixing it together, mixing it up. Like I'll take like a POB, but I won't really watch a video, you know? Oh, you stupid volatile plants! I wasn't even paying attention. Go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the grenades actually feel pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. At this point in the game. Of course the volatile plants kill me, by the way, guys. Well, I died. Like a scrub. So the only thing, you gotta make sure that you kite them in the proper way, yeah? Because look, that's all gonna be pointless. Galvanic feels good for clear. Did I already find the Rusted Veil? Nah, or the Red Veil. I swear it used to be the Rusted Veil. Maybe it was never the Rusted Veil and I'm just imagining that. Is that a rare monster? What the hell? This early? Oh no, he's fire resistant, guys. We're screwed. Oh, that was a misclick. Always Red Veil. Why did I think it was the Rusted Veil? My goodness. I'm talking about like early on in Path of Exile 2's life. Not in 0.1. Oh, they are pretty satisfying. Maybe it's because it's the Rusted King. You guys might totally be you're right. This is a lot of monsters here. Goodness. But this place is always pretty dense. They're really not scaring me, any of this stuff. That's one thing that I've noticed. That's very unfortunate. Let's try to get dangerous here. Hi, kitty. Oh. Come on, I'm gonna get dangerous here. Come on, kill me. Kill me besides for the pustules. Kitty, I swear if you go for my wires, I will be upset. Alright. She really likes to distract me, guys. She can't help it. And now she's going for my wires. I can't believe Pal and I have the same freaking setup. That's hilarious. Why is the realm restarting? What's going on? Is there a patch? Is there a patch I'm unaware of? Oh. Oh, it's enabling the race. Oh, they're fixing the rake issue. That makes sense. Oh, support gem. Hell yes. Thank you. Alright. First of all, let's do this for frag rounds. I guess we can do it for this. How about attack speed? What is that called again, you guys? It's called... not acceleration. See, I don't remember the names of stuff yet. Like Marshall something, so it should be at Marshall tempo. There we go. Yep, thank you. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, King. King Adam. I appreciate it. I feel like that's probably best for bosses right now. Even though my clear could use a little bit of work. Not terrible. Somebody brought up my dodge roll take in the comments of one of my videos the other day as an example of me being ridiculous. Oh, guys, my dodge roll take. Man, those were the days when that was like the biggest point of contention. Those were the days. I long for those days. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so are you guys, what issue are you talking about? Are you talking about like the constant abuse of like disengaging, or is there another thing that's happening? I didn't comment on that because I'll be honest, I didn't actually know necessarily what everybody was talking about. I must not know about the tech. So I didn't want to throw my hat into the ring because I like didn't know anything about it. By the way, I haven't found a crossbow upgrade this entire time. Which is why this is so slow. Because I haven't found that upgrade yet. I am finally playing crossbows on SSF. So I'm going to see how they feel. Oh, come on. Do I have to do some inventory management? Yep. Problems got to solve your move speed. Okay, okay. Oh, I forgot. I don't have the ID girl yet. What? I'm not level 6 yet? What? Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Log in. Let's go. That's a nice upgrade. Now I just need the gold for it. Oh, yeah. Barely anything. Got it. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I can. Oh. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I can't believe I just did that. Streamer client indeed. I can't believe I just did that, guys. Oh, the recommended thing is to level with bows. Darn, optimal stuff. That might be the right thing to do. I shall suffer with crossbows. Yeah, I'm not gonna do hardcore right now. I have a character in hardcore Act 3. I gotta dedicate probably just 1 or 2 more streams to finishing that challenge. All right.
Stay safe if you can.
Oh my gosh. That's what they meant by that? That is a goated ad. Thank you, GG. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? I didn't know that's what they meant. Did you guys see? I haven't played since that patch. So instead of needing to find town like in Act 2, you can just click warp to town. Oh. It's the little stuff being added that really makes me happy. Yeah, you guys can't kill me. I know. Oh, okay. Maybe you can kill me. Yeah, they added that. That was last week. Oh, it's Hut Girl. Well, hello. Pretty strong. Is this game worth buying or not? It's 30 bucks. I would say it's very much worth buying. However, it's not the game's final form, and it's probably going to receive a lot of changes over the course of the next 6 months. If you're okay with that, I'd go for it. I'd buy it. If not, I'd just wait till 1.0 and it'll be free. But I think, yes, it's very much worth buying. And just going in blind with your own experience, you're probably going to have a hell of a good time. I'm curious, if you're not a Path of Exile 2 player, who is this? Who is this? Great French Freak. How have you found yourself onto this stream? I'm so curious. I'm using NeverSyncs filter. Oh, but very good point. I'm on strict. Ah. Oh, I mistimed that. I thought that I'd be able to explode them. Alright, I'm gonna guess it's in here. Was I right? I was giga wrong. It's in here. Oh. I'm looking for pustules. Where are them pustules? Oh, I'm coming from D4 and I heard about this game a lot, so I'm asking why I had so much praise on it. Yeah, it's definitely worth the $30 if you're coming from D4. Great French Freak. I think you'll get a huge kick out of the campaign. And you might find yourself enthralled in the end game or just bouncing out. I think if you enjoy Diablo 4, I think you'll really enjoy the campaign of PoE2. Honestly, the story's like... I don't think the story is as good as Diablo 4. Like, it's not as much wow factor yet, and it's unfinished. But I think the gameplay is really good, and I think you'll enjoy it. I should check out Claire Obscure. Bro, I have finished Act 2. I finished Act 2 last night of Claire Obscure. And it is an amazing game. Alright, is it really the one area I didn't look up there? Here, it must be right here. Come on. Come on, this is where I want to get. This is where I want to get. There it is. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna go on a run in a second and play that game tonight. Yeah, the boss fights in PoE2 are really great. I do think honestly, especially since it's unfinished, I really enjoyed the story of Diablo 4 more playing through it the first time, like literally like the story elements and the cinematics. In PoE2, it's an unfinished story, and it's there are good moments, like good character moments, I think, but the overarching story isn't that crazy, and there's actually not as much dialogue as I thought there was going to be. Maybe there will be more with full release. I just gotta learn how exactly the physics work there. Oh, can I not get past? No way. I'm impressed, Mushroom Men. Oh, maybe I aim in front of myself. There we go. Is that the strat? Oh, Regal Orb. Color me shocked. No, I like... No. I'm saying when it comes to, like, on a cinematic level, and all the dialogue, I'm serious. I was expecting a lot more from Path of Exile 2's story, but maybe it's just because it's in early access. But the cinematic, like the gameplay cinematic moments in PoE2 are phenomenal. Jamanra slicing the caravan in two, everything to do with Count Geonor, the little bit of exposure we get to Doriani, I thought that was all really cool. Alva actually didn't enthrall me as I thought she was going to. But all the villains did. The villains are top tier in PoE2 right now, I think. Alright, this chest better be worth it. Not worth it. I like PoE's characters more than Diablo 4's. Who do I like? I like the villains more. I mean, I think I only really like Asala. If we're talking about allies, it's Asala and Doriani. I know the names of the characters in Act 1, but none of them really have like that personality that sticks out, you know? Right? Like they don't have like I feel like we're missing like an Einhar and Sister Cassia and a Bestil. Like I all those Path of Exile 1 characters, you know, I can vividly imagine, I feel an attachment to. I don't think anyone is at that level in PoE2 yet. I kind of like the hooded one. I you know, I kind of like Sin. Wow, so the boss must be all the way. What an interesting boss spawn this is. Or it's just, I guess, different than what I'm used to. He must be here. Oh yeah, I think the player characters steal the show in PoE2, which is cool. Yeah, he's right here. Okay. Yeah, see, I like Asala. Don't tell me that isn't fungus. Wow. Okay. Man, he just got absolutely obliterated, dudes. What? Yeah, I don't think the D4 story was good. I just think that it might actually unironically be better than like Path of Exiles as it stands right now. That might be a hot take from me. You'd follow Asala to hell, no problem. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. What do we even get? I don't even freaking know. Cooldown rate if we're going grenades. Zarka is my best favorite when she's in the background watching you and Asala open the Helani gates. You like Servian Act 3? Yeah, if I go yeah, cooldown reduction for grenades. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I said that I'd get off and do a run after this. Let me just kill one of the people. At least. Yeah, cooldown reduction's best in slot. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. We've got Asinia. Megan Fox was the best D4 character. Okay, way there. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like the world better than what has happened to the Diablo 4 world. I know the story of Diablo 2, Diablo 1. Like, I know all the Diablo lore really well thanks to Riker. And I think they had something really interesting, but I don't really think the vibe of D4, like, overall really played into the dark world of Sanctuary too well. I get there's a lot of these side stories that can be kind of gritty, but then, like, the main story isn't like that. Like, I did play Vessel of Hatred. I did not like the campaign. Did not like the idea of the story there. I cannot wait to get the remaining 3 acts here in PoE so I can see the end of this story. Then I can properly judge which campaign is better. And so, yeah, Gutsy. I mean, your take is proper. We're missing half the story. Arguably the most impactful. Like, there's a dude who's on all the cover art for PoE2, and we haven't even heard him mentioned, and we haven't even encountered him. How crazy is that? Like, that tells you that their plan for PoE2 obviously did not go as they thought it would, right? Oh, getting some lag, getting some lag. Is it me? Nope, it's PoE. Oh. All right. All right. Well, you know what? I said I was going to go on a run. And you know what? Path of Exile told me I'm going on a run. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast with Palsteron and I. Shout out and get a Palsteron. Make sure you go check him out on Twitch and YouTube. And if you missed it, the VOD's going to be up momentarily. I'll upload it right after here. I'll start rendering it right away. And for now, I'm gonna throw everybody to Ron Array. Looks like he is blasting logbooks in PoE2, and it's an insane farm. So have a good one, you guys. Have a good one. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you Thursday for the cheese stream. Have fun. See ya.
Alright. Hey guys, there was nothing else.